Hello, welcome to another live. What's going on? Doing a lot of these lately. Must be in that kind of, I don't know, that kind of mindset the last few days. And yeah, I've needed a beer today, probably like a lot of other people, especially here in the UK. But then also the other side of the pond, it's Thanksgiving Day and all that. So no doubt there'll be a few beers had on both sides of the pond. So hope you're all keeping well and all that good stuff, despite other stuff. Just done a few reviews that'll be coming up in the next few days. More local stuff. So this year's edition of the Green Hop Ale from the Ramsgate Brewery. So reviewed that one first. This is the 2020 edition. And the last of my new Time and Tide releases. Bury Me Now, triple fruited sour, 6.4% ABV. So yeah, that's that will come up. What's today? So probably Saturday morning. That'll be released. And at some point tomorrow, maybe early, but once I upload them in the morning and sort them out and all that sort of shenanigans, then so they're the next 2 days beers that will be released. So cool. We've got a few comments come through already, so it's all good. How you doing, Joe? Cheers for all your comments recently, bud. I hope you're keeping all right. And all this craziness. I really appreciate all your comments and stuff. So glad I can make the boredom go quicker potentially. So yeah, got Ronnie S down in Florida. Cheers. Same to you. Hope you're having a nice what is it? Early evening there now. So I hope you're doing all right. Not got too kind of plastered or anything like that. That'd be good. We got Adam there from MerseyBeers. Some good vibes across north south. Yeah, well, it's it's don't really want to go into it again after my other little kind of rant the other day, but yeah, it's just all it's shit. Simple as that, really. But yeah, you got to keep positive. No, it's not. No, it's not. Yeah, I knew that. I was just I'm aware of it. So yeah, very good. So I just wanted to put that on there. Yeah, hope you're having a good one. As I say, I've got cracked open a couple of local beers. So this is predominantly cask bottle release over here, but cask feels like it's potentially going to be a bit more a thing of the past in the coming years, but hopefully not. But yeah, this is cracking stuff. The hops are grown for this beer 7 miles away from where I live, East Kent Goldings. 7 miles from where I am, so pretty close. Yeah, Ronnie, I'm in the south. That's more of a kind of a political thing that has been around in the UK for a long time, but to a lot of people's eyes, it's kind of bearing fruit a little bit more. But that's what people say, so I'm not going to go into it. How you doing, Thomas? Hope you're keeping well. Good to have you on, as always, my friend. Yeah, Kent is we're the closest county to France. Basically, we're in the southeast of England. It's the closest county. You get to you get the port of Dover, which is the English Channel. You can see You can see France quite quite clearly on most days. But nothing wrong with that either. So yeah. Yeah, kind of. It's round about that. Yeah, you wouldn't think it, would you? So, well, no, it's a bit further away, and we'll leave that to other people if they want to be Belgium. So, but yeah, but no, that's it. Anyway, the second beer I've had is Burying Me Now. It's a triple fruited sour. I don't think this brewery have actually done one of these before, and this is quite impressive. So, 6.4. So it's brewed with raspberries, blackberries, and blackcurrant. So I've done a review of that. I've got another can in the fridge to enjoy at my leisure. I don't generally like sours, towards the winter months. It's the one style for me. As I've said in probably the last hangout, I repeat myself all the time. It's one style of beer that in the winter months I'm not really they don't hit the spot quite as well as they do when it's really blazing hot, and it just cuts through all that, and it's like, yeah, really refreshing. Really love them. I'm really out of focus, which is probably not a bad idea. Whatever. Yeah, but then I can drink imperial stouts in the summer, right? No problem. So it's not, it's just that style rather than going with seasons, with styles. It's just doesn't work for me. But this one is actually working really well because I think it's just general dark kind of fruits in it. It's got that, like, it's looking a bit weird on camera. It's more that colour, and of course you get it to the light, it turns into this really kind of more pinky, but it's actually quite dark. It poured a kind of more of a roseate type coloured head, which was quite pleasant. It's gone down a bit now, but yeah, but it's really decent. It's quite a decent. It's no kind of these flavourings or extracts or of the fruit. It's proper, full on, pulpy goodness from the fruit. One thing that's quite interesting in this, though, it's got Pilsner malt in it, which is, okay, then that's interesting. Lactobacillus and house yeast. So there's a few bits and bats there that are combining with the fruit, of course. And it's quite a nice sharpness to it, but not over sweet. So it must have lost a little bit of that kind of natural sugar in a fermentation, that kind of deal. But enough there to, bit of a puckering going on when you first drink it, like you do in most of these beers. Then your palate adjusts, and then you can enjoy it. That's the way I found sours over the years, anyway. But yeah, good stuff. No, I don't speak French. Nah. I'm a bit of a Del boy when it comes to speaking French. The words are around the wrong way. Yeah. Drinking a white IPA from Lidl. Okay. Yeah, I don't get to go to my Lidl that much, just because this year, the way it's kind of been since like March. I've kind of avoided. I've done a little bit in the summer when it'll calm down a bit. That's when I was getting up there quite a bit. It's more of it's on a one of these out of town shopping areas. You got all there's a big Tesco's Extra. There's a big Sainsbury's. There's a Lidl. And then you've got Home Bargains and all that. They're all kind of in one area, and it's like, and loads of people, and I just thought, I'm not that fussed. So, they've had a few beer fests this year. Of course, they had one like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I never got up there. It's one of them things. There's enough, plenty of people doing these reviews and stuff. Wasn't that, I just pick up local bits and bats when I can, and it just ticks it over, really. Obviously, I had a month break for obvious reasons, but it is what it is. I went through my fridge, got rid of a lot of the old stuff, just drunk them. But yeah, because it's come back, trying to keep it more local. I've got two or three. No, I've got two other beers from Xylo. That's the beer I done earlier. They actually brought round to me today because the first can I had a slight issue with it. This one was okay, but not 100%. And then they come round and brought a like straight from the tank into a bottle. So here you go, which is really cool of them. The old Xylo Beer Limited over in Margate. So it was really good, really nice of them. Really nice little gesture. I'm trying to support them, and they're giving me free beer. But yeah, so that's all good. So yeah, Adam's on that. I don't think I've heard of that one from Drygate. I might have done. I just can't remember at the moment. Can't remember much. My memory's been pretty shocking the last 2 months, like bad. Oh man, that's so nice. The old green hop. Yeah, I've had a few bottles of it. I thought, it's probably going to be my last bottle for this year's vintage, unless I still got it down the road. But it's damn good. It's damn good. So, what is everyone else drinking? Obviously, Adam's drinking the old. I assume that's a. I assume it's an IPA. I don't know. I've heard of it. I'm pretty sure I've heard of it, but I can't think what the hell it is. What's everyone else drinking? Is it too early? I doubt it. Like, I know there's NFL on at the moment. We got 3 live games back to back over here at the moment. I think they just started the second game. Or just started. I don't know what. They're probably in the second quarter now, but I imagine. I don't know. I've been loosely keeping an eye on what's been going on with old sports and stuff. So yeah, why not if you want? I don't know how to. You're on Facebook, aren't you? I don't want to put it in any kind of. I don't know how long I'm going to be on. So what I'll do, let me just work this shit out. Bear with me. Oh, there you are. So what I'll do, I've got to copy the link. Obviously, I'm on my laptop, and then I can send it to myself on my phone, and then I can then copy and paste from there. We've lost loads of people now. That's great. Oh well. Have to wind the old laptop up. You have to bear with me a sec. It's pretty rubbish. So at some point, it won't be while all the deals are on, but it'll be at some point next year. I'm going to try and up the internet game and laptop game a little bit. Come on. It's just so slow. It's just so slow. Are we gonna get there? Are we gonna make it? My head is going off on random ones with music for some reason. Right, I'm sending that to myself, yeah, because I'm going to join. I'm going to join my own stream. Right, now I can shut that down. Now I can copy that. Copy. I will put it in the group if anyone wants to join, and I'll send it to Ronnie. Oh God. Yeah. Oh, so I sent you it's in Facebook Messenger. So anyway, you still haven't got your laptop, right? Oh, right, okay. It works really well on. I used it. What did I use it on? I think I joined. I don't know if I joined. It was the cooking one. That was on my mobile, so you could probably see how filthy my kitchen was, which is a bit worrying. But oh well. Yeah, that was. I think I joined once on my mobile with Paul, and it seemed to work okay. That's the first time I've actually gone live. Pardon me, with my mobile. So he's drinking Kona Brewing Hibiscus Brute IPA. Yeah, Brute. Ugh. Yeah. Although hibiscus could be interesting. Hibiscus and a Brute IPA. Wow. How's that? I bet that's. I ain't a lover of Brute IPAs or pale ales or whatever. What stream am I joining? I'm not. I'm on one. There he is. Let me do that. Then that.
Okay. Happy
How
to.
you keeping all right?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm all right. Just it's getting on late here. It's after 11 now, but I've been wanting a beer all day because the UK's gone kind of slight meltdown with what's going on today.
So what's going on over there in the UK?
Well, they've just announced we're coming out of lockdown next week, and then we're going into tiered systems. So there's a lot of areas have gone into tier 2, which is like the mid range, and there's some areas that have, like my areas in tier 3, which is the highest area. I think one or two of my friends, I think borderline. I'm not sure where.
Tier 3 is worse than tier 2.
Yeah, it's pretty much same as lockdown, but shops are opening and stuff, and you can go to the gym, and it's like, but all the pubs are shut, and all the restaurants are shut. And
so there's no restaurants, no bars.
No, it's just gone.
But you can go to like shopping, retail
Yeah,
shopping.
you can go shopping. Yeah, you can go shopping, non-essential stuff and normal stuff like that, and yeah, you can go and get your hair cut, and you can do all these kind of things, and
Can you go to the beach?
It's part of exercise. It's too confusing, and a lot of it is there's no logic in it, but it is what it is. I just want to rattle through some of these comments and guess the tune. Yeah, like Shooting Stars version. Vanessa saying hi. Cheers. Hope you're doing all right.
Cheers.
Yeah, it was all right. It was muck around, something different. Everything went wrong. One of the old peppercorns fell in it when I was trying to grind it. The lid come off and it just went all in. I was like, now I've got about 20 peppercorns in it. whole peppercorns. So that's quite amusing. But that's just one for the live things that actually that happens. Oh wow, that's in a gas station. Bloody hell, that's pretty cool. Yeah, we get a few. There's a few, not where I am, but up north and to the south, to the northwest. There's one or two petrol stations that got all this craft beer, and it's like crazy. But it's that's it. Found a connector for my mouse. Oh right, okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. Hopefully tomorrow. I noticed you put up a stream for the old tasting beers after the after show, so that'd be good. Christ, the other comments are flying in. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it. Sorry, I will get to you, Ronnie. Sorry, mate.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I knew Liverpool's. I know where Peter is. It's tier 3 still, so over in Skem. So I don't know how far. It's near Wigan, I think. But yeah, so we got Vanessa saying hi to you. They're saying hi back. No, I wish I lived in the middle of nowhere, but then I thought that before this happened anyway. I thought if something happens, where do you want to live?
Do you think after things settle down, you might move into the woods somewhere?
Nah.
You like the city life?
I'm. My daughter's got a school about half a mile up there, so yeah, that's what that is. So, although she hasn't at the moment, because she's got to isolate until the 9th.
So it's worse in the cities, right?
I'd never live in a city. No.
Oh, Kent isn't Kent a city?
That's a county. It's a
it's a county. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Obviously, we don't have states. It's all county. The UK is split up by counties.
Okay.
But yeah, it's nicknamed the Garden of England. So that's where you get all like your East Kent Goldings and all that sort of stuff. Fuggles, hops. And
you actually have countries in the UK, right? You have England.
Well, no, you got
Scotland.
Yeah. You got
Wales.
Wales, Northern Ireland, and Scotland make up the UK.
And what's the other one? Last one? England, Wales, Scotland. Isn't there a fourth one?
Yeah, Northern Ireland.
No, on the island of Britain. Is Cornish or something?
You've got well, that's the countries. That's what it's made up of. I mean, you've got other areas. We've got Paul coming in. It looks like he's outside.
The people who speak Cornish, where do they live?
That's Cornwall. That's England. Yeah.
Cornwall.
There we go. We've got Paul.
Hello.
How you doing, mate?
I'm all right.
You're outside.
Not home yet. I'm at my parents' house, still outside, and just wanted to join on for a little bit. Didn't get a chance to get home yet.
All right, fair dues.
Yeah, hanging out in the car.
I just threw this on just for what the hey, a couple of beers.
I had 2 good brews tonight, and then I'm gonna head home in a while and open some more good brews.
Yeah, me too, man. I'm drinking some light stuff. I'm just drinking Bud Light. I think I'm gonna throw some back tonight, watch some football.
Yeah,
hanging out.
Yeah, there's a few games on.
I've been drinking since like 1:30ish. So I went out to eat. Got home about an hour ago.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, I started the day off with a nice 11% beer, so I got that in me now. And then I had a nice 6% Schwarz beer, and then I'm probably gonna go home and then start kicking up into the double IPAs and just round the night off pretty good. I'm pretty full. I didn't eat a lot, but I have this whole like bucket of food. I just put into this giant mix-a-bag bucket, and I'm gonna take it home and eat it when I get hungry later after I get really drunk.
Yeah,
there's a good chance when I get drunk, I'm gonna get hungry.
I definitely took some food to go for later on when you get the money.
Yeah.
Gonna get hungry later, so gonna do that. Yeah, I saw that you had a stream going, so I figured I'd jump on for a bit.
Yeah, I didn't realise. I saw you put something in the thing earlier. I wasn't sure. I was like, oh, is he going live? It was a bit too early for me.
Yeah.
Until Little gets to sleep, and then that's once she's done that, then
Yeah, it was only like 9 o'clock your time, something like that. So I figured it was a little bit. It was like 8 or 9, so too early. Yeah.
Where are you at?
Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm in Florida.
Okay. Straight south.
Yeah.
Well, it's nice here. It's actually pretty warm. It's only like 50 something degrees. So
Yeah, I was talking to my family in New York, and they said it's like 65 up there today.
yeah, it's nice. It's like in the 50s, 60s. Everyone's running around with their coats off. Just shirts and
Trying to take advantage of it, right?
yeah, it's pretty nice for late November. So
Yeah.
it's pretty good. There's Adam. Why isn't Adam on here? What the hell?
I think he'd be around tomorrow night. Yeah.
First holiday I got a chance to have off since I've been working at my other job, so taking advantage of it.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, we got a few Kona beers over here.
Their vanilla porter wasn't too bad. Was it the longboard or something like that?
Yeah, I've had that.
Yeah, it's not
we
too
get Kona
bad.
beers here.
We've had them over here for a fair few years, but I've never got.
I actually haven't seen Kona on the shelves for ages around here.
It's pretty popular over here. Where are they from? North Carolina?
I guess there was. What the hell are they from?
Hawaii.
You'd think they're from Hawaii, but I think there's a different address on the label.
I think there's definitely a brewery, in the mainland U.S.
Okay.
I think it might be North Carolina.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's something. I can't for the life of me, I can't remember what the hell it is off the top of my head. It's been so long since I had one of those. I got some toppling Goliath that I want to crack open when I get home. Looking forward to that. And my daughter's coming out to bother me with a flashlight because that's what kids do.
Yeah.
But I can't remember what the hell I have at the house, but I have a couple DIPAs and I have another one of those Greater Good Imperial. Hi, Adam. Imperial milk porters. Hi, how you doing, honey? He's flashing a light at me.
Cooking another turkey this weekend?
Double turkeys are better than. Well, we actually almost ran over a whole flock of turkeys on the way over because I was like, all right, here though, Thanksgiving, let's go.
Yeah.
And then they all ran away. I'm like, oh crap. So I was like, free turkey, let's do this.
Yeah, thanks for giving me turkeys.
Yeah. I'll take a free turkey all the time. Oh, it'll taste fine as long as you hit it in the head. It'll be all right.
Yeah, you can't aim for the body.
No, gotta aim for the head. Just the turkeys are like zombies. Aim for the head.
It's messed up.
Grill that turkey.
I feel bad when I see the ducks crossing the street over here. Sometimes they pass in some really busy street. I feel really bad for them.
Well, they always make sure
they don't know what they're doing.
Everybody slows down and stops from that.
Not everybody does, man. You drive around,
right.
you see roadkill, so not everybody stops.
Yeah. Trying to be a good boy tonight, so you can have a bad one tomorrow. Well,
tomorrow? You off tomorrow too?
Well, I thought that.
Why don't you just be slightly naughty tonight, so you can be even more naughty tomorrow?
I'd just be naughty any day if I could.
Exactly. Fuck it. It's a holiday tomorrow, but I have work tomorrow, so sometimes I'm okay with that. I'll get extra pay, so no big deal.
Yeah. Trying to keep up these comments. Flying in, man. It's crazy. Cool.
Also from Oregon. Okay, they're also from Oregon. Okay.
Oh, I didn't. Right.
Yeah, because I knew there was another address on that, so I just I didn't want to say they were from anywhere without being sure.
Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
Portsmouth, New Hampshire. So they're from like 16 different places.
Oh,
so
yeah, no wonder they're over here then.
Yeah, there you go. So they're hitting every little area. Do not poach the turkeys.
Yeah.
Hey, poaching is not the same thing as hitting it with your car. That is act of petrol. I don't know what to tell you. That is things are happening.
I would one year at some point be in America for Thanksgiving. I think that could be quite cool. Just you know.
And it's not poaching because I have a license for turkey this year, so it's not poaching. It's legal. Legal beagle. I'm a legal beagle, man. I don't do anything that's illegal. I'm a very boring citizen.
Cool beans.
Shoplift the pootie?
What is a pootie?
I don't know. I don't know. I was just like, that's just handfuls of diarrhea. I don't know what the pootie is.
I have no idea either.
Why would you shoplift diarrhea?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand. I might have missed something.
Is that a UK slang or something?
I don't think so.
It could be. Well,
Beer Hound Beer Reviews didn't know what a pog was, and I was like, it's a big, fat, nice butt, and I'm a big fan of those.
A pog?
A pog, yeah. P-A-W.
I never heard that either.
I thought that was a dog.
No, that's a pug. P-U-G.
I thought a pog was like those circle things that we used to play with in the 90s.
There's P-O-G, P-O-U-G, P-A-W-G, and then there's my favorite pog, which is a woody. A big white butt. Woody is my favorite booty.
Woody?
Woody is my favorite booty, yeah. W-H-O-O-T-Y.
Oh, okay.
When you get those booties that are full with pooty, and then you got to shoplift them, apparently. I don't know. I'm very confused.
Yeah, I am too. You're making it even worse.
In Canada, you got poutine.
Poutine is good, yeah, because it's basically just like a weird French-Canadian take on put in, whatever you put in it.
Wow. Yeah.
Poutine.
Yeah. Cheese and chips.
Yeah. The big cheese curds, gravy over potatoes. And I had duck poutine when I was up there. That was really, really good.
What kind of cheese is it though? I mean, I know
cheese curds. Just like I don't know if it's just basically like just a regular cheddar curd or whatever, but it's just it's a real white cheese. Yeah, and they're really good.
I've never had it, but gravy on chips is all right. But
yeah, gravy on chips is perfectly fine all the time, all day.
It can't be too runny though. It's got to be a little bit thicker.
No, it has to. It can't be just watery. It has to have a definite firmness to it. Can't be a bit thin.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Thin.
It can't be a bit thin. You know how that is.
Well, that went down pretty easy.
What do you got? What are you drinking tonight?
Well, I've just finished my. I've done a review. Green hop.
Oh.
So it's like a wet ale or harvest ale. Call it. It's brewed in 24 hours. Now I'm going on to a fruity salad. Very unique.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I'm gonna get home and then probably in less than an hour I'll try to get home. So I'll get on and drink some beers with you.
Yeah.
If you're still up and running.
Well, I might be, if not.
Yeah. I'll let you know. I mean, I'll let you know anyway when I get home. So. Yeah. All right. I'll let you guys go for now. I'm gonna go wrap up everything, get all the kids, and beat the crap out of people, and do what all the family does on Thanksgiving, and then I'll be home.
All right, man. All right. Later. I'll be right back, Kev. Craig.
Yep. No worries. No worries. There we go. Right, where do we get up to with the comments? Can't even remember. It was too long ago. It was only 3 minutes ago. It was the pootie. There we go. How could we forget that? 9 people watching. Cheers and happy Thanksgiving. If it applies to you, and if it doesn't, happy Thanksgiving. Still giving me that little bit of a edge to it. accidentally hitting turkeys is one thing. Yes, it does. I don't know. No idea how that works. I'm just going to run through these comments and then. Never had deep fried turkey. It's always been obviously roasted over here. Obviously, we don't obviously do Thanksgiving. We just do the Christmas thing. And you got turkeys, for days after Christmas and all that sort of shit. Sandwiches and are you hungry? Yeah. Do you want some turkey? No. It's like after a day, it's like fucking drives you crazy. A lot of people have goose as well. Goose seems to be getting quite popular.
What is a polywag?
I don't know. I don't actually know. I'm an uneducated Englishman, so I don't know.
I guess I'm an uneducated.
That's what you go.
American.
That's what it is. That's why I didn't know.
I never knew that. No, I never heard of it.
No. I know slang from the 90s.
Slang from the 90s?
Yeah, from marijuana in the 90s in the UK. It was crazy big.
Yeah. I smoked marijuana. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, my kind of era when Oasis were first coming out and that sort of time, about 94, 95. And it was all, it was a pretty good time, to be honest.
Is that when you were in high school?
Well, it's when I was supposed to be in high school. Yeah.
What do they call it over there? The high school equivalent?
Secondary school.
Secondary?
Yeah.
Would you drop out?
No, I didn't drop out. I just.
You're saying so you cut. You never go to class. Yeah. But you graduated.
Yeah. I was just ill a lot.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I used to cut a lot.
Not all the time, but there were certain days that. Yeah, recovering. White cheddar. I mean, what is white cheddar? I mean, we have white cheddar, but it looks like mozzarella. But I don't. White cheddar is kind of it's soft cheese. It looks like it. I mean, perhaps it's the gravy that melts it slightly. I don't know. I'm interested in all that sort of thing. Deep fried stuffing balls. There you go. I don't know why I'm laughing. But...
Oh, Paul went to the UK before?
Yeah, he come across a couple of years ago. Yeah, he's...
Did you guys meet up?
Yeah, he come across to Manchester. We all, a lot of the beer tubers, we all went up to Manchester for a week long weekend, and he was here for over a week.
How far is Manchester from you?
Well, it's up near Adam, actually. Well, not that Adam wants to admit that, because he's from Liverpool and Merseyside, MerseyBeers, which is Liverpool.
So what is I don't know, you said you didn't want to get into it. I was just curious. So what is the north-south divide? What does that mean?
It's a political thing that's been going on for decades and
centuries.
I don't know how far it goes back, but it's.
So it's not a geographical thing.
Well, it is but it's not meant by geographical. It's more meant of a favoritism for the south than the north.
By the central government.
Yeah, but it probably started around in the 70s with when Margaret Thatcher got in and during the.
Oh, it's so more conservative, like Margaret Thatcher.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that. It's quite.
Okay.
It's worth a Google search, and you'll definitely find something.
Is it worth it? I'll put that on my radar.
Yeah, it's there's lots of it's too much to go into now, but
Okay.
Yeah, you know. And
Is it kind of similar to the conservative versus liberal thing in America?
Um, there's probably bits and there's probably pieces, but yeah, it's.
Oh wow, there's a lot of stuff on Google about it.
Well, I knew there would be. It's just a
Yeah.
proper. You know, you could lose a day reading, researching that.
I'm gonna check it out tonight. I'll do some research. I like getting into stuff like that.
I do. And I kind of do. I don't like it. I've got a lot of friends that live up north and stuff, including Adam and a few
Mhm.
others. I've got family in Scotland, although that's Scotland. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to not have friends.
I do think it's definitely a thing, though, without a doubt. It's,
Wow.
although you'll never hear anyone in, you know.
So I'm from New York, the state of New York in the U.S.
You moved.
So I grew up that's in the north, and then I moved down to the south in Florida.
You lived near the Hudson, I do remember.
Oh yeah, I did live close to
Yeah, I remember that. That was quite fun.
the Hudson Bridge.
Jesus, that was funny. That's on my saved list. Christ.
The guy, so yeah, somebody made like a remix of that video, right?
Oh yeah, they're quite good.
Was he from the UK? The guy who made it?
I don't think so. No.
I think he might have been from Canada then, because I know he wasn't American. He was maybe Canadian or.
Yeah, I don't know who made them. I know there's been a couple of. There's been a couple.
There's been a couple, really?
Yeah.
I thought there was only one.
No, I think there's two. I think there's two.
And I've never seen any of them. I've never actually seen the remake.
It's just, you know, it was quite good watching. I was like, whoa, this is kicking. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was there for the original, so I didn't bother watching anything else.
Yeah. Right. Cheers, Vanessa. Sorry, I'm so far behind on the old. Well, not far behind. How you doing, Danny O'Neill? Cheers.
Ireland. I'm Irish. Oh, my family's Irish American. So.
Yeah, I did have my gran was Irish, but she passed when I was really young. My mum.
Oh really? So you're part Irish?
Well, here we go. My other nan was Welsh and my granddad was Scottish, so I'm proper kind of, you know, on my mum and dad's side, you know, Ireland, Wales, and Scotland.
So you're Welsh, English, and Irish.
My dad's English, and then obviously I'm English, but going back beyond that, it's kind of spread out a bit. So, which is one of the reasons I don't like getting into north-south, you know, politics and
Right.
That's in England. It puts people at kind of.
It puts you in a box. You don't want to be in a box.
Yeah, you're that side and I'm this side, and
Yeah.
I don't like that because I've got friends on that side, or whatever that side is, and I don't like it. You know.
Well, Ireland is even worse, right? Between the north and the south, they hate each other. They were at war for.
That's a whole different. That goes back obviously a lot further, which is more a religious thing. So I'm not gonna go there.
I know the story of that.
Oh yeah, I mean it's just yeah. Back to cold turkeys. 16 people watching. Wow. Nothing on telly. I'm joking. Thanks. I appreciate it. It's cool. I don't know what the scores are on the games.
No, the football game?
Yeah, well, I don't even know who's playing, to be honest. I did watch earlier one of the games.
American football, or are you talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
I have it on. It's Washington 17, Dallas is 13. I actually have money on this game.
Oh dear. Oh well.
Do you watch American football?
Sporadically. My dad's really into it. Obviously, a lot of the games are really late at night, so it's like normally the evening games, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. So I watch the Super Bowl now and again.
Yeah. Well, how do you get it over there? You watch it on the internet?
No, we got it on telly.
Oh, really? Is it on Sky Sports?
Yeah, Sky Sports. Yeah, they
Oh,
got their
wow.
own,
So the NFL has a contract with Sky Sports.
yeah, they've got their own channel now as well. It's just nothing but that 24 hours a day.
The NFL Network?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, so they have that here. So I guess that must be an international channel.
Yeah. I would think.
That's really interesting. I didn't know that was that widely distributed.
What they do, they use the actual game footage from the States.
Yeah.
And then when it cuts to adverts in America, it goes to the studio over here, kind of thing. You know, it kind of works a bit like that. So I don't even know what this is reference to. Cooking turkeys and stuff.
I meant Pollywog Baby Frog.
Yeah, I've never had that.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
Is that a marijuana slang too?
It could be. I'll stick to turkeys.
Only 2 turkeys in New Hampshire, and you need a license to hunt them.
Oh, right. Okay.
Oh. What do you need more than 2 turkeys for, right?
Well, that's exactly.
You know, you're just going to go crazy on the turkeys and kill them all?
I mean, if it's for food, then yeah. What do you need more than 2 for?
Yeah, what do you need more than 2?
Or you could just go home, throw them in the freezer, go out and get some more if you wanted. Just don't get them all at once.
I mean, turkeys are big. 1 turkey is really, that can feed a lot of people.
Yeah, get a big old fat thing. Jesus.
Do you eat turkeys in the UK?
Christmas. Yeah. It's a Christmas thing generally for here.
I think here, I mean, every family is different, but a lot of people do ham on Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, it varies. We have roast beef. We call gammon.
Gammon?
Yeah, which is
that?
Which is ham. Pork,
oh, okay.
Essentially pork. Yeah, normally cold cut. People have goose. Because obviously it's quite multicultural over here. A lot of the Polish people have carp. That's one of their traditional Christmas meals is carp. Freshwater.
I know the Polish are big on kielbasa type of sausage.
Yeah, and there's probably other things as well. It always makes me wonder, why do you have it just like that time of year? I mean, do Americans eat turkey away from Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's one of them deals, isn't it? It's just a traditional thing.
Yeah, it's just a traditional, usually for Thanksgiving, but people, eat turkey.
I mean, I know about
throughout the year, whenever.
Yeah. I mean, I know about the turkey and stuff for Thanksgiving, but what other kind of what goes with it? What sort of stuff? Is it beef?
Stuffing.
Right.
Cranberry sauce.
Cranberry sauce, yeah.
Corn, usually potatoes, sometimes sweet potatoes.
Yeah, I like sweet potatoes.
Broccoli is usually in there. But every family does their own thing, spice it up, do whatever they want to do.
Yeah, there's no set kind of.
No. But turkey is like the thing. Usually, that's what you make. It's definitely turkey.
Yeah. No, that's cool.
I didn't even eat turkey today. I had seafood.
No, I didn't have turkey today either. So I had a pizza.
Oh, no.
Yeah, pepperoni pizza or meat feast. That done me.
I'm going to grab a beer. I'll be right back.
Yeah, sure. Catch up on these comments. Oh, was it? Oh, right. That's a bit of a bummer. So, yeah, we're now at 8 o'clock to praise Fent post. Yeah, all right. So I guess you two live similar, or either that or it's just coincidence. I don't know. Oh, that jumps about 20 comments. I'll come back to this. Yeah, so you know more about it than me. Yeah, I don't like it, as you know. It's just like putting Northerners against Southerners. It's just not a thing. There you go. There's one for you, Ronnie. Does that make sense?
Okay, so that's what I was asking.
Yeah, see, I don't know.
It's the same kind of thing as that.
I
So the
don't.
Mason-Dixon line separates the North from the South.
Yeah.
But in the U.S., it goes back a long time because they fought a civil war back in the 1860s over that. It was the North versus the South. So
yeah, it's not.
You're saying in the UK it only goes back to the 70s?
Well, it could be further. But that's. I'm assuming a lot of it. It's probably longer, to be honest. But it was really brought into the highlight when the
Margaret Thatcher came around.
Margaret Thatcher come along and she shut down a lot of coal mines and stuff, which are generally up north.
She was an ally of Reagan in the U.S., who was he's one of the biggest guys for the conservative movement.
Yeah. I mean, they got on well, but they also brought about the end of the Cold War.
Yeah, the 80s. Yeah.
So he did do some good, but obviously the way things are now, it hasn't lasted very long, has it? But there you go. That's a whole nother debate.
Yeah, I've got a Yingling light, another light beer.
All right.
You ever had this one?
No, we don't get them here.
Yingling is actually the oldest brewery in the U.S.
US, yeah.
I don't know if you can't see the top there. Right? It says America's oldest brewery since 1829.
They do that collaboration, Hershey's chocolate.
Yeah. That's Yingling did the collaboration with Hershey's. I haven't had that one yet.
It's probably one of them beers I'd like to try. It just sounds.
I'll send it to you.
No,
I'm just kidding.
Don't send me that. Send me something really good. No, but yeah, nah. I mean, it's just one of them beers. That sounds.
Maybe somebody will send it to you. Who knows? You got any beer? Do you do beer mail type stuff?
Oh yeah, I mean, it just costs too much. It's not.
It costs a lot. Internationals. What does it even cost?
$40-50, something stupid. It's like,
just for the postage.
Yeah, and then you got to buy the beers. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
It's just cheaper if one day I'll come over and then you can buy me a few beers. It's pointless.
Are you allowed to fly out of the country there? International flights?
Oh no, we can't even barely leave our homes at the moment. So never mind get on a plane.
When people are walking around in the street, do they wear a mask?
Not in the street, but once you go indoors into any kind of public space, shop or market.
What about in their cars? Like, do you ever see anybody driving a car with a mask on?
It happens, but not often.
Because people do that here. They're alone in the car. They have a mask on.
I don't know. It's an airborne. It's an airborne thing, isn't it? That's been kind of proven.
Yeah, I mean, if you can't trust your own car.
But then I don't know. It's down to the individual. I think at the end of the day, it's not when in cars at least. I think it's just down to them. If they feel more comfortable doing it, then
Would you do it?
Not if I was in a car, no, on my own.
Do you drive?
Well, no, that's probably why I wouldn't do it.
Oh yeah, I was wondering because I know a lot of people in England actually don't drive because they're in the city over there, right?
Yeah, a lot of people drive. It's just in the city, but the public transport's just a bit in London is just like very good. You got
Mhm.
buses, the tube, the underground, as we call it.
Are you in an urban area? Where you at?
I'm in a seaside town. I think that we've got 3 towns quite close to each other. I think the population is about 140,000.
Oh, there's 3 towns together.
Yeah. So, but we've got one of the highest coronavirus ratings.
Why do you think that is?
I think people have, because we went from one of the lowest in the country 3.5, 4 weeks ago to now, I think the 3rd highest in the UK.
Why do you think it's so high where you're at?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't know what happened. Something happens. There was probably a super spreader or something. You get this name, super spreaders. Something
Too many people going to the beach.
Something happened somewhere, and it just went poof.
That's what they blame it on in Florida. They say, close the beaches, close the beaches.
No, not. It's just someone who is probably asymptomatic come down, and it just went off. It just boom. It doesn't take much.
It's usually in the more urban centers, though.
Yeah, which is
Than the countryside or the small town.
Probably someone who's maybe wherever they're from. It doesn't matter where they're from. It's just someone who's had no symptoms, asymptomatic, passed it to 2 or 3 people, and they've gone, and it's just gone like that. It just rips through, just the way it is, just the way So now we're in highest tier. We could have mass.
Cambridge. So where's Cambridge in relation to you?
Oh, that's up north. Well, not north, but it's sort of East Anglia, part of East Anglia. I used to live in
Cambridge. There's a university, right? Cambridge University.
Yeah, Cambridge, Oxford. They're the 2 big UK universities. Well, Oxford's got a vaccine that's waiting to be approved.
Does Cambridge have a football team?
Yeah, Cambridge United. Yeah, a soccer team. Yeah.
Well, you call it football over there, right?
Yeah, we call it football. Yeah. Yeah, they're in the lower leagues. I don't know exactly what league. Oh, okay, that's nice. Appreciate it. So give cheers to them guys. Just a random chat, just chilling and cool.
We're celebrating Thanksgiving.
This is about 20 minutes ago though, so I'm really behind.
Oh, you gotta catch up, man.
I was talking about no, I'm not doing it.
I'm not going.
Allow people to do that.
Are you talking about the north-south divide thing?
No, that's the whole island thing. No,
I know the history of that.
Oh, I know bits and bats, but yeah.
I'd never heard of the one in England though, the north-south one. I never heard of that.
So back to turkeys again. I'm just going
Super limit.
I'm just going to go through quickly. Jesus, I've just jumped. 20. Turkey. There we go. More turkeys. There you go. Oh, jumped off.
Very good, back 1600. Yeah, it might even go farther than 1600s, I think.
It's a lot. I think that's about right. But, oh, really? Yeah, but you're the man who's going to find the little cracks in the system, I reckon.
So I can trace my ancestry back from my grandparents and actually great grandparents. They were from Southern Ireland.
Oh, right. Yeah. Taxi driver. That's the point. Getting back to the masks in cars. If you get into a taxi.
Yeah, the taxi drivers always they have it on, or you use Uber.
Yeah, everyone in a taxi has got to wear a mask.
Yeah, they put it on. The same thing when you go to a restaurant, the waiters and waitresses that have it on. But I'm talking about just people in there, right, just in a car by themselves.
Yeah, I don't get the whole thing with restaurants.
Yeah, it's a lot of stupid shit.
Where if you get up, put your mask on.
You gotta wear the mask to go sit down at your table.
Yeah,
You sit down.
Off. It's like,
You
well,
can take it off.
I don't. There's a few things I can't. I just don't. I can't get my head.
Listen, it doesn't make any sense. And every state, well, at least here, every state, even in Florida, every county is different. It's not even a statewide thing. It's every county here has their own rules.
State, it doesn't make any sense at all to me.
So you go, you have to wear a mask here, and then you cross the county line and you take the mask off. Retarded.
I don't understand.
It has nothing to do with science at all. Nothing to do with science.
I'd rather wear one. And I was shouting about this back in January, and then I was saying, "Oh, we're gonna be on the science and all this shit." And it's like, well, just do things for yourself. Don't be told to do things. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, he's right on that comment. The New York has the best public transit, and Chicago is probably pretty good.
Yeah, he went last year.
Even LA is one of the biggest cities that they don't have good public transport.
Yeah, our public transport is pretty, compared to the States, by the sound of it, pretty good.
Yeah, I think so.
We just jump.
But you have a lot smaller territory.
Well, that helps. Yeah, but this is what makes this discussion. All right, okay, nice, yeah.
So he's actually in Northern Ireland.
No, Republic of Ireland.
Dublin is in Northern Ireland, right?
No, Belfast is Northern Ireland.
Oh, okay.
Dublin is the Republic of Ireland.
Dublin is Dublin the capital?
Yeah, Republic of Ireland. They're part of the European Union. They got the euro there.
You guys are out, right?
That's a whole.
You never had the euro. You always used the pound, but you were part of the European Union, but you didn't use their currency.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's a whole another bloody stream, man. That's just like. Yeah.
I don't talk to that many people from the UK. Basically just you and Kev.
Yeah, hi
Kev.
Yeah.
He joins the streams here and there.
I haven't seen him for ages. I hope he's all right.
I've seen him recently.
All right. Okay. Good. I mean, I don't start mega late.
Yeah, I know. You usually join like CBP streams sometimes.
Yeah, I obviously my circumstances have changed a bit in the last 6-7 weeks, quite drastically. So, yeah, I don't do. I fancy a few beers tonight, but then, yeah, my little one's not going to school at the moment because, yeah, I was told not to go in today.
Your daughter still goes to in-person school?
Sorry?
Your daughter still goes to in-person school?
Yeah, she's still, she's in year 1. She's 5.5, so.
They haven't done like the virtual school there?
Yeah, we've got that. I've got to sort that out. I'm waiting for an email, the links and stuff.
So you're gonna switch from?
Yeah. I mean, we were doing it earlier on in the year. Well, we were doing it earlier on in the year. Yeah. There we go. Same old same before I even got down to it. It's just it's such a. I mean, it's an interesting subject, but it can when you get opinions that differ.
Yeah. I'm a big history buff, so I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, when it comes to opinions on it,
people can get pretty heated, right?
Yeah, which is I'd rather not. I'd rather get someone a beer and just.
Yeah, it's cool to talk about it, but you don't want to get all excited.
No, I mean,
all that stuff.
yeah. I mean, there's lots of anyway. Doesn't matter.
Punts. What's a punt?
Punts.
Like a pint? Is you mean pint?
I'm trying to work out. I'm just being an idiot, I guess. A punt is a bet.
A bet?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So he's saying he doesn't trust the Euros.
I think that's what you mean, isn't it? I'll have a punt on that. It's a bet. Am I reading that wrong? Don't show me up, Adam. No, they're not. No, they're Irish. Exactly. No,
Right.
and I'm not either.
Well, whether you're from I know what he's saying. Whether you're from Northern Ireland or Southern Ireland, you're still Irish.
See,
the only British people are the people who live on the island of Britain, because that's the island. They're British.
Northern Ireland as well. There's a border. Northern Ireland.
It's a border, but they wouldn't be considered British. They might be considered part of the UK, but they wouldn't be considered British.
Northern Ireland, they are. Yeah. Northern Ireland is part of the UK.
But they're not part of Britain.
Yeah, they are.
No, they're not part of Britain, because Britain is just an island.
No, but they are. That's the one of the devolved nations. Northern Ireland is part of the UK.
But the UK isn't equivalent to Britain.
Huh?
Right? The UK is not equivalent to Britain, right? The UK is Britain and then including Northern Ireland. Because Britain is just an island.
Yeah, but it's difficult to explain. It's part of a devolved government. So you've got Northern Ireland, Wales, and Scotland, and England. So you've got the four countries.
That's the UK. Northern Ireland, Wales, Scotland, England. And
then you've got the Republic of Ireland, which is the south.
Which is south, and they're total separate country.
Yeah, they're part of the EU. They've got the euro currency. So, anyway. Sorry, Danny, but I'm not talking about Ireland anymore. Can't.
For such a small area, like the islands over there, it's very politically. There's a lot of different territories and stuff there.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. See, I don't even know. Adam knows. Don't listen to me. And we'll leave it. We'll leave it at that. It's very
leave it at that.
Yeah. Right. What's anyone drinking? Anyone cracked a new beer lately?
What's everybody drinking?
God, I'm glad that's over.
Sorry, Craig.
No, it's not your fault. Sometimes it's the way these chats go. They just go away, and it just. I let them flow as much as I can, but right, I'm going to go and get another beer. Be back in a sec.
Okay.
Right, where's that glass? Where's that glass that's there? Right. New glass.
Oh yeah, so Jules says never let a Scot, but let me call them British. Yeah, but they're on the island of Britain. Britain is an island. It's the island of. I'm pretty sure I'm right about it. So they're Scottish, but they're not English. They're not English, but I think they are British because they live on the island. See, Britain is not a country. It's not a political thing. It's just a geographical thing. Listen to me, I'm an American over here talking, but I think I'm right.
So this is one they
What do you got, Craig?
a brewery brought this round to me today, local. So I reviewed one of their beers, the from Xylo, which is in Margate, near where I live. Brought a couple of cans. They very kindly brought me this round straight out the tank this afternoon.
Oh, you got that from the brewery?
Yeah, they brought it round to me. One of the cans I had was not quite what they wanted it to be, so they brought this round.
It looks pretty
It's quite
hazy.
dark.
Yeah.
It's a New England IPA. It smells really good. It's 6.2%. It's brewed with Galaxy and Amarillo hops. So, yeah. So I've got a good couple of glasses of this here. I said I'll drink it fairly quick. A couple of days. I'm like, yeah, okay. I'm drinking this all tonight. So
Drinking it all tonight?
yeah, oh yeah. A couple of glasses will do. That'll probably be it for me. Let's finish this out. So we dropped down to 4 people. So it's all cool. It went up to 16 at one point. What's that about?
Maybe they didn't like the
I think a lot of people come off another channel onto here. It's getting late. Then they went to bed.
what time is it over there?
Just gone midnight.
That's not late.
Not for me.
Unless if you're working tomorrow.
Well, that's the thing.
Over here, it's a holiday, so a lot of people are off.
Yeah, it's not holiday, yeah. So, I'm definitely gonna. I'm not gonna go into all that anymore. I'm just not. We'll start out there.
What's a gig beer?
Going to music festivals.
What is it?
Music festival, a gig. Like going to see a band or music. Yeah, that's nice. That's quite pleasant. But also definitely what at gigs. I can't say I've been to many gigs where I've had craft beer, to be honest. When I used to go to gigs, I was just a lager drinker and used to get plastic cups and they used to charge you like, and this is going back 15 years. This is charge you £6 a pint 15, 16 years ago. When I used to go to gigs, and that was in London though, you get like pints of
yeah, they're more expensive there, right?
I mean, it was £6 a pint, as I said, 15 years ago. A pint of Grolsch was like £6, which is like, beer's not even that expensive in pubs now, you know? It's 50.
No? Well, yeah, because the music festival, they would charge more, I guess.
Yeah, and it's in London, which, you know, you thought, oh, well, you know, so it didn't really bother you.
And yeah, then London's probably even more.
Oh, yeah. But it varies quite a lot for a pint of lager locally. It's generally around £4. It could be the cheapest about £3.80 up to about £4.50, something like that. Say for a Stella or a Kronenberg or something like that. I probably missed a bit of comments above there in reference to this. But
660 milliliters for beer?
Yeah, 750s, 660s. And then you got the 5, 6. it 5, 6, something?
We have the 750s here. They're pretty big. I think that's probably like 2.5 beers.
Yeah, I mean, they're great for if you're going for a bottle share or something. You can take like 2 or 3 of them with you, and then they bring 2 or 3 of theirs, and everyone does that. You can
The wine a lot of times is 750 milliliters. The wine bottle.
They're great sharing beers. You know,
Mhm.
if everyone brings 2 or 3 bottles, say you got 7 or 8 people, that's a lot of different stuff that are expensive. But if you know, for the price of like the 3 you bring, which is great. I miss bottle shares and getting them together with people, and you know.
I know, man. You just stay in your house.
I mean, I'm kind of okay with it, but when it all ends, it's going to be absolutely manic wherever you go, and then I'll be still at home because there's too many people. So
You're gonna say there's too many people, you know.
I couldn't handle it before this. It's going to be even worse whenever it ends.
You think it will?
Well, with the vaccines and stuff, yeah.
So the vaccine thing, isn't that really just injecting you with the virus?
It's to generate an immune response.
Right. So if you get it, that's giving you immunity. That's how the flu vaccine works. They give you the flu. They
Yeah.
inject the flu strain into your body.
Yeah, you get the T cells basically.
So what's the difference of doing that, getting this vaccine, or just getting it on your own?
You'll then get the T cells that will, if you get the virus, the T cells will get the infected cells that the virus has attacked, and it will just eat them up. And that's how it works.
What is a T cell?
T cell is a it's like one of these kind of what do you call it? You get them because, obviously, because this is a new virus. The body hasn't got any kind of natural immune resistance to it. So I'm trying to remember what I've kind of learned this year. I do my own research on stuff.
That's good.
Rather than let them tell you shit, I actually go into it myself and learn myself. That's the way I kind of do things. So if you haven't got any kind of defense about it, your immune doesn't. It's like a foreign germ.
An antibody.
There's no kind of resistance to it. Over time, your body does actually produce its own kind of T cells for the virus, and then it will remember it if you get it again in the future. Basically, it's like the common cold. I mean, which is a what they call a rhinovirus. Which is
the what?
They call it a rhinovirus, which is the common cold. But then you've also got the I was only looking at this earlier, completely forgot. Like a bronchial virus. And this is actually quite an interesting one. There's only been one case of a bronchial virus in the UK in the last 2 weeks, which is pretty much unheard of for this time of the year, because everyone's not socialising and things like that. One of the regular kind of things that happens, you know, or certainly probably in the Northern Hemisphere, but certainly in the UK, there's hardly any cases of that at all, which is pretty kind of unprecedented for this time of year. So because people aren't socialising and stuff, there's nothing kind of really open and stuff, and everyone's wearing masks, and it's just almost to the point where it's not here. And that's never kind of really happened in the last God knows how long. So Yeah, I mean, I'm no expert. Don't get me wrong, but
You sound like you are.
no, I'm not. I just think everyone should go and have a little research for themselves for certain things, and then cross-reference it as well, because there's a lot of bullshit out there as well.
Mm.
You've got to be careful what you read. But yeah, anyway, more waffle.
Mersey says that rhinovirus contains no actual rhino.
Yeah, I mean, I was reading a bit up about it earlier, which is basically the common cold thing, unless I've got it mixed up, which could be the case. No, it's just this. It's the. I think it's the Latin. Sorry, I missed out loads of comments. I apologise. So, what can I do? This is drinking all right. I wasn't wanting to go on the beer tonight big time, but it looks like I am. I'm on the beer tomorrow on a couple of streams. So, oh well, shit happens. But I do my drinking at night when Littman's asleep. I don't like drinking in front of her. So.
Oh really?
Nah, it's just me. She's a bit too young. But once she gets a bit older, I'll be like, yeah, well, if you want a beer, you have it here. You ain't having it outside. Then get used to it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then
So you don't like drinking in front of your family?
Oh, I drink in front of my family. Well, but just not my daughter. You know, it's just one of them things. That just I'm wary of that and conscious of that. But
you live with your wife?
Obviously you don't know. My partner passed away 6 weeks ago.
Oh, nice. Really? Shit.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
No, it's fine. I'm okay. Don't worry. But yeah, don't feel awkward. You didn't know. So, but yeah, I know she passed away. So it's been pretty, that and with it, everything else that's kind of going on, and
Okay. Well, that's why you were saying your life was different for say. I thought you were talking about the corona restrictions and stuff.
No. Well, this is part. It can do what it likes now. It's not going to kind of. So what,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Put me in tier 20. Doesn't bother me.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Greg.
No, you're right. You didn't know, mate. It's just life. It's just one of them things. But yeah, it was a bit of a shock and stuff. She's 33, for goodness sake. But yeah, it's just. But I was her carer and stuff anyway, so unfortunately, because she was epileptic and stuff, so I kind of I went up. She was fine. Went up half hour later, and yeah, it was just I knew straight away. I was like, Jesus, it's one of them deals. Just one of them deals, one of them crazy fucking years, and where lots of other people are going through shit. So it's just something different. It wasn't what's going on in the world now, but it was something else. You crack on with it and get through it, and I need about 6-7 months or probably longer to get through this period and stuff like that. So yeah. Yeah, that's the one thing. Don't know long-term side effects of new drugs.
I'll be right back. Great.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm going to wait and see. I'm not going to be in one of these first type of waves of having it anyway. So, oh right, Christ, yeah. It's just some people do, and it's a personal preference thing. It's not a you know what I mean? It's not a oh, you should, it's not that. It's just me. It's just how I want to do it, Yeah, mate, no worries, man. It's just life happens, isn't it? Sometimes, and we'll at the end of the day, we're all going to end up staying there. We're going to stay there, but we end up going to get there. So it's just unfortunate. It's been pretty difficult for myself. Not because of, all right, it happened. It was terrible, and I miss her and shit. But it's just my daughter. That's the thing that's the one thing that ain't right. 5.5-year-old kid losing her mum. That's the bit that does me. That's bollocks. That is. And she doesn't. She's like, oh, don't. She's like to me, oh, don't cry. It's like, one day you're gonna grow up and realise, and you're gonna remember why. But that's just what it is. It is what it is. Anyway, yeah. Happy Thanksgiving. That's the spirit. I'm just me. I'm just another soul out there. And that's it, really. It's just, I'm just me. It's just there's a whole wide world out there of things going on. And that sort of things happen all the time. It's going to happen in the future, unfortunately. And we're in the middle of a pandemic where, Christmas can do one this year. But as long as my daughter loves it, that's the main thing. But for me personally, roll on bloody January, So yeah, cheers. That's the spirit. That's what we like. Cheers, Tommy, mate. Indeed, happy Thanksgiving, all my friends out there in the States, and or even if you're celebrating it abroad, or you're an American abroad somewhere. Cheers, nice one. What are you drinking as well? Have you had dinner yet? I guess you have. What general time do people have their Thanksgiving dinner? Is there a general time, or you just do what you want, or? Never really thought about it like that before. Quite interesting. Fucking hell, man. Right. I'm really sorry, man. That's just it's just it's tricky, isn't it? It's just I'm sorry to hear your news as well, man. That's it's just what do you say? What do you say? It's just one of them things you got to get through somehow, and you do, because you can't stop time, and it's just that still carries on. Things still carry on, and you just go out there and you have your wobbles, and I'm still having mine. It's not a problem. I'm all right at the moment. It's all right when I'm talking about it. It's when I'm on my own and little one's there asleep, and I'm not doing this, and then I'm like, I'm in the bedroom and all the stuff's everywhere, and you think it's like that, and it's kind of it's a weird one to actually get your head around and stuff. It's just I'm not upset now. I'm talking about it. But,
well, I mean, especially since you said it wasn't expected.
it was no, it was just that. Just
Did it come out of nowhere?
sorry.
Did it just come up out of nowhere?
We're still actually awaiting the official cause. I'm pretty sure I know it was almost certainly her epilepsy that caused it. Unfortunately, the way I found her, I knew how she got in that position. And I think I know why she kind of passed, but we don't officially know yet. It's one of them kind of things. But yeah, it's just she wasn't feeling particularly great, and she was due a seizure. She has them 3 to 5 months apart. It's a tricky one. But she was in bed. She was fine. Half hour before, she was fine. She was with the bed. She couldn't fall out of bed. She obviously moved, went to get up or something, and then had one. And that's, I think that's how it happened. But we just got to wait and see. Anyway, happy. So yeah, that's that. You got another beer yet, or are you still on the?
Yeah, I got grabbed the Bud Light.
All right, you're alternating. Cool.
Yeah, I picked up a 6-pack of each one.
Yeah, I haven't had Bud Light for ages. I've heard it's all right for what it is.
Yeah, it's just a light beer,
Yeah, I mean,
I figured I was gonna have, just throwing back some beers. That you keep drinking these big IPAs and everything, you get fat, man. There's a lot of calories in those things.
oh yeah, absolutely. Well, it's beer, isn't it? It's just you're gonna get fat.
I figured I would go with something lighter, like 100 calories for each one,
I need to do more exercise. Yeah, that's something that's going to happen.
Yeah, you could drink one IPA, really, really strong one. It could be up to like 350 calories. And you don't even realize that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't calorie check things. I'm certainly not doing it at the moment. I'm just getting through this period of time, and then I am cut down at some point, but I just don't know when yet. We'll have to wait and see.
You know what?
I'm not drinking crazy amounts. Like, he's bladdered every day. He's getting up. He's drinking it in the morning. Nothing like that.
Yeah. So do you like work from home?
Well, I mean, I was a carer, so at the moment
You're a what?
I was my partner's carer.
What is that?
I cared because we got a child doing the school runs, so I was doing a lot of this sort of stuff before that happened. But I'm also caring for my mother. She's been bedbound since December. So I've actually been caring for 2 people for.
Oh, okay.
So, how long would you say? Oh, I've been caring for my partner for 5 years. And then my mum probably 3 years. So the last 3 years I've been caring for 2 people, pretty much 24 hours a day for 3 years, 3 or 4, 5 years.
Okay, I got you.
And then bringing up a child as well. So, and doing this, doing the beer reviews, doing this and that.
I guess it gets your mind off of things, right?
Yeah, and chatting and making great friends, which I never thought I'd do, and stuff like that.
I never really talked to you that much. I just kind of
whenever I'm
seeing you here and there on CBP's stream.
Yeah, it's normally kind of
because like silliness. You don't really talk.
Well, you listen more than talk, don't you? It's just you get 6 to 10 people on a stream. It's impossible.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I ain't shouting at this time of night. It's just not,
Mm-hmm.
It's one of them deals. It's just Oh, Jules wants a link. Okay. Sorry, Jules. I'm don't worry
But
about
I've known you for a while now, though. I mean,
Yeah, he is.
a good while. I just never really, had a real conversation with you because there was a lot of other people.
Yeah, it's always tricky, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
I never know when I'm coming on the stream or something though. So I need to copy.
And I think you know what it is, man. A lot of people, especially once they're getting really drunk, like American people, it's hard. It's hard to understand a British accent. And actually, yours isn't that bad compared to Kev. Kev has a really, really strong accent.
Yeah, well, I don't know where he's originally from.
I'm not sure where he's from.
I don't think it's Lincolnshire where he's at. I don't know where he's generally. Jules,
Have you noticed that about him though? That he doesn't really talk as clear as you talk.
I try to talk. I mean, I've got an accent. I've got a bit more of an East London.
Oh, you do have an accent, but it's not unintelligible.
Well, that's good. Yeah. Wait till I had a few of these, and yeah, like, what going on about? We've got a few more comments here.
So you send the link out again?
I sent it to Jules. I don't know. If
Okay, that's cool.
She wanted the link, so. Oh, that's all right. Jamestown, that's all right. Tesco's jobbing. Steady and yeah, I've steady rolling man is. I think they are the best. I think where they are the best haze merchants in the UK. They're up there with what they're on the Trillium Treehouse level, other half. They're on that kind of scale. And there's a lot of other breweries now on that scale as well. I think that, but they're the ones for me that are. I've actually got the saturated in Amarillo. I've got a can of that in the fridge downstairs. But at the moment, I'm trying to review local stuff and do local reviews. The way everything is at the moment, I'm trying to keep it all. I need to get a few more breweries. I seem to be doing the same breweries at the moment. I want to branch out a bit more within the county at least. So yeah, cool. That's good. Cheers. Cheers, Warwick. Hey, I'm doing all right. Speckled hen. I haven't had speckled hen for flipping ages. Really haven't.
Speckled hen. I never have.
Yeah. Is it?
That sounds like an old fashioned thing. I don't know.
Speckled hen. Is it? I can't even remember the food. Oh God! Is it very? No. I can't remember.
Speckled. What is speckled with?
King. I can't remember. Yeah, that's Green King. Have a ale.
What is it speckled with, Craig? The hen.
It's just a saying. There's probably a story behind it. I just can't. Have a ale. Nah. They're not. I struggle with it. Not personally, it's just me though. It's just nothing wrong with it. It's just my taste. Now, I like the Abbott Ale. If you ever try the Abbott Ale Reserve, that's pretty good. Try and get an Abbott Ale Reserve. It's a bit stronger, of course, but yeah.
What is it called?
Well, you got the Abbott Ale, which is standard. You get it in cans and stuff now.
Do you like the Belgian beers, Craig?
Yeah, I love them. Yeah, I don't drink enough of them, but
yeah, those are really good.
Like
really the Abbey beers.
Yeah, they're great. I've been really getting into my German beers though this year, which have been really nice.
Yeah, they're like awesome, man.
Oh, some of the lagers and
and they're pretty widely available in the US. So.
What's the kind of price deal with German beers and where you are? Very expensive or?
No, I mean they're more expensive than American beers, obviously, but it's not crazy. And for like how good they are, I think it's well worth the price.
I got Jules. How you doing?
Hi guys,
Hey,
how are you?
Okay.
Happy
Chilling.
Thursday, happy Thanksgiving.
happy Thanksgiving.
Exactly. Happy Thanksgiving. I hope you had a decent day.
So did you
Good.
kill 2 turkeys today?
Oh my lord, I've been in the kitchen all day. I'm taking a break. I didn't even eat. I'm just like tired of
Yeah.
looking at it, tired of smelling it, tired of touching it. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
eat.
that's the thing.
I just want to sit down. My
You
feet
cook
hurt.
all day, but then you don't even eat it.
That's the thing when you're cooking, isn't it? When you're cooking,
You get sick. You just like, bleh,
yeah.
too
When you're
much.
cooking,
It shouldn't be like that. You should be able to enjoy it.
you're on
No,
your feet cooking. By the time you sit down to have something to eat, I'm not even hungry now.
kind of a one man army in the kitchen mostly. So. It was a lot of work. I did the whole kit and caboodle. Actually, didn't do as much as I usually do. If my older kids had been here and my grandkids, I had to put on the ribs. But
Right.
I'm tired today. My feet hurt.
Is your family from California?
Yeah.
And you moved to New Hampshire, right?
Lord help me.
So how much of your family do you have over there? Where you're
My
at?
son is still in California. I have a sister there, a brother there, stepmom there, stepsister there. My sister, I have another sister that's in near Vegas. She's about an hour from Vegas in Nevada. I have a sister in Utah. I have a stepbrother in Colorado, another stepbrother in Oregon. There's 10 of us guys, okay, y'all. There's a big family there. Big Brady bunch. I have another sister that lives in Alaska.
Blimey.
And is that all of us? I think I got everybody.
I don't know.
I'm the only one out here, but
You have
my
a
daughter
sister that
lives
lives
in
in
New York
Alaska?
with my grandkids.
You have a sister who lives in Alaska?
I do. She lives in Eagle River. Her husband was military, Air Force,
Yeah,
and now he's a physician's assistant.
that makes sense, I guess.
Yeah, they settled in Alaska. It's hard on her though.
It's hard on her. Why? Does she like it?
She's got a lot of health issues like I do. She hurts all the time. She falls on the ice like so. Yeah. She's had a lot of surgery. She's got a lot of health issues. She's actually worse off than I am. So,
Yeah.
but she's strong. She's a trooper.
Her
She's
husband was in the
a
Air
girl.
Force?
He was for many, many years, and he retired after I think 20 years.
So the base was over there in Alaska?
Yeah. They live in Eagle River, which is
Is it close to
it's
the
not
coast
too far
at least?
north. Huh?
Is it by the coast at least?
No, it's like more. It's more inland.
Is it? Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So would they ever consider moving since he's not in the Air
They're
Force?
talking about it. I'm just not sure where, because his family's from. Oh my gosh, I don't even know where they live now. I know they were in Florida for a while, part of his family, but I don't know that they're really close. So I'm not really sure.
Well, I mean, you don't have to move wherever your family is. Move anywhere.
I miss my family. I really do. I miss my sisters the most.
I do too. I've only been down here in Florida for about a year and a half.
My
Is that
step
All
siblings, I
my
don't.
family is up in New York.
A year and a
Oh
half.
yeah, I hear your New York accent.
A year and a half. Ronnie, a year and a half already.
Yeah, already. Yeah, believe it or not.
Where's the time, man?
So
It's crazy.
I'm on a live. So yeah, my daughter's in New York. She's near Syracuse with my grandkids, and her husband, he's they're both government contracted to do what they did in the Air Force. So she works stateside near Syracuse. She trains pilots to co-pilot the drones. The Predator's retired now. I think they use the Reaper. Now the drone. Yeah, that's what she did when she was in the Air Force. She flied missions over the Middle East and dropped the ball.
Dropping bombs.
Yeah, she did. And he does the same exact job as she does. And now he works for an independent contractor for the government overseas. So he takes off for about 3 or 4 months at a time. Then he comes home for a few months, and then he takes off again. And so yeah.
He lives in
But
New
she's
York.
about 5 hours from me, so it's nice to have her.
Yeah, Syracuse isn't too far from New Hampshire.
No, it's about a 4 to 5 hour drive.
I was
Not too
actually up from Long Island, so downstate.
Long Island. My
New York.
sister was born there. I have a sister who was born in Long Island.
Long Island compared to upstate New York is like two different worlds.
Yeah, upstate's beautiful. I haven't been in the city though. I haven't been to New York City. Never been there, and I don't care. I don't.
Don't go. Don't. I mean, especially now. Fuck.
No. My daughter went there for her bachelorette party. Oh,
It's way more. It's overrated. I mean, it always has been, but I mean, these days everything's locked down.
Yeah.
What's the point?
She was scared. She was petrified the whole time. No, I'm good. I've been to San Francisco. I lived in Vegas for a year. I've been to some big cities. Grew up in San Jose, California. So lived in near LA for a while. I was like, I'm good. Nope, no more cities.
I saw a news article today that in LA, I think the governor was it might have been the mayor of LA, maybe not the governor. They were threatening of turning people's water off if they had too many people over for Thanksgiving. turning the utilities off because
they do monitor. If you're on city water in California, you can get monitored, especially when there's a drought. They don't even
it sounds funny, but that's craziness, man.
No, and they sometimes will do. You can only water if your address ends in an odd number, you have to water on this day of the week. If your address ends in an even number, you can water on that day of the week. That's kind of then they do rolling blackouts.
Why is the water scarce there?
Yeah, well, they always have a drought, man. It doesn't rain enough.
I never knew
doesn't rain enough there.
So I guess they're taking advantage of the scarcity, and they're telling you, have more than 10 people. That's
amazing. That is amazing.
You're not going to get water.
Yeah, if you go on, if you have well water, it's pretty cool because you don't have to deal with the city. But wells are run off of electricity, so unless you've got a backup system like a generator or something, yeah. So if the power goes out, you don't have water, so you gotta have that backup system.
Do you like New Hampshire?
New Hampshire is beautiful. New England is beautiful. I love it here, but the cold weather kills me. Like my fibromyalgia.
Yeah, I remember you saying a couple of weeks ago.
Did you get any snow yet?
Really cold a couple of weeks ago.
Didn't stay. Yeah. I've been having a rough. It's been a rough couple of weeks. Yeah, my feet are pretty bad. I have arthritis in my feet. I've had broken bones in both my feet. So when winter hits, my feet.
Yeah.
It'll probably be the same with the rain too, right? If it rains.
Yeah, like the barometric. Like my body's I'm a human barometric pressure.
You thought about how long have you lived in New Hampshire, Jules?
8 years this week, actually.
Oh, I thought it was pretty recently. I thought it was just
been
a little
here
while.
for 8 years. I just piss and moan every winter like it's my first winter here because it's cold.
Yeah.
It's freaking cold here.
Oh,
Just move to Florida.
Yeah.
I'm just sharing out.
It is beautiful here, though.
I'm on all social media.
I'm sure it's nice during the summertime. Are you close to are you close to any lakes over there or no?
There's so many waterways here. Like the Connecticut River literally is like less than a mile from my house. We're like right on the border of Vermont. I actually work for the state of Vermont. So
All right.
it's about 15 minutes away, 20 minutes for me to get to work.
I mean, at one point, I want to. I definitely want to go to New York and the state, not New York itself, but a few breweries there. And
there's so many cool breweries in New England. They're like all over the place. A lot of good beer here.
Yeah, I want to Boston, and I love to do all that sort of, meet up.
And I want to go to England and Scotland because that's where my dad's ancestors are from.
Right, cool.
Down near Liverpool, I think.
Yeah, that's where Adam is. That's where.
And
Adam's
then
at.
also up north on the east coast of England. Just you know how it jets out and then it goes in a little bit, and then you got Scotland.
Yeah, you got East Lothian.
I'd have to look at a map, but I could pinpoint it directly, or if I heard it, I could tell you.
Yeah, Musselburgh, which is you got the river, the Firth of Forth, that goes past Edinburgh. Then on the north side of that, you've got like Dundee and Fife is the county.
Mm-hmm. Fife sounds familiar. A lot of ancestors from Scotland too. Probably more from England, but definitely have some.
We have still got
Macintosh, Stewart. Yeah.
I've still got family in Scotland. Well, not loads now, but I've still got a little bit of family left.
My sister actually went to Scotland, not last year, but I think it was the year before actually, and she loved it. She went to England and Scotland and took her daughter. It was just her and her daughter that went. And my cousin had hooked her up with a distant cousin of ours, like a second or third cousin, like way back. And he actually met up with my sister in Scotland and showed her around where our ancestors lived. And it was pretty cool. Like, he took her to the church they went to. And they were poor coal miners. And so they weren't allowed to go into the front door of the church. If they wanted to worship, they had to go up the stairs in the back and sit up in the balcony, if you will, like hidden from public, I guess. But yeah, in the cemetery where some of them were born. Pretty cool. I was so jealous. I wanted to go with her so bad. She sent me all kinds of cool stuff from Scotland. I was happy. Okay. Crickets. We got crickets. Anyway, I just wanted to pop in and say hi, guys. I am so tired. I'm going to go. Actually, you're off. No. The chat's going, who is this and what is she doing?
What are you going to leave? You leaving?
Hmm?
You going to leave now?
Yeah, I got to go.
Where you going to join Drunka?
No, I'm probably going to be kind of scarce for a while. I'll be lurking in the chats, but I probably won't cam up a lot.
Why not?
None yet.
You just tired of it?
No, I never get tired of being live. I have a blast.
That's good. Yeah. Well, is he live, Drunken One, or is it offline?
I have no idea.
No, he usually does like offline stuff.
I've been listening to you guys since you went live while I was cooking dinner, finishing up the turkey and stuffing, mashed potatoes and gravy.
I did burnt nothing.
Yams. Yum. Rolls.
Well, it was good to talk to you.
Yeah, you guys too. I always see Ronnie around and Kent. Beer reviews, Craig. I don't think I ever cammed up with you. Yeah, only on, not on your channel though. I think one time.
On other people's, yeah. It's
What's
always
that?
With other people. It's like, but then you can't generally get a word in edgeways. So.
Oh, I know. It gets crazy. It's a whole lot crazy.
It's just fine. It's just normal. Beers.
Craig is saying he can't get a word in because everybody's just always talking over each other.
Oh yeah. Yep. I know. We've talked about that. It does get a little.
Especially once you get 10 people on there.
Yeah, if you get 6,
all manners go out the window.
Even 6 people can be Jesus. People are getting pissed.
Usually 6 people you can handle it.
Kind of, but
yeah,
depends.
I think
once you got to get like 9-10 people, it's just
it's pointless. Just watch it. Just and then try.
It can get crazy.
Just nuts. It's all right at the beginning when everyone's sober. That's fine, but
Right.
Few
And I'm
few-
notorious.
You know what I think it is? You know,
I'm notorious. I'm probably one of the most.
you get a few beers in you. What happens is, so say if you're in a group of 10 people in person, you might talk over each other and stuff, but you realize that that person's right next to you. Like you kind of, I think it's different once you're in person compared to when you're just talking to your computer.
Well, you haven't got a lag. You haven't got a lag either when you're talking to someone in
Yeah,
person.
you might have a lag, and then it's just like a box. You know,
Yeah.
there's different boxes around, and you're not listening to a good number of them.
Yeah.
So
you
it,
can't.
it just gets totally crazy when people are just talking.
some people their volumes higher than
Yeah,
others.
and then there could be audio problems. Right, yeah.
That's
And
true.
It just,
I
it
mean,
is what it is.
I grew up in a family with 10 kids. Okay, there were 10 of us between my family and the step family, and
Right.
I mean, it was chaotic. If you wanted to get a word in edgewise, you just learned how to talk and listen at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm pretty okay at it, but
No,
yeah.
I can't multitask like that. So I just shut up and listen. I just can't.
Yeah, people don't ever hear enough of what you say. Same thing with Kev. Same thing with Kev. He's got that delay, and you can't hear half of what he's saying.
I was explaining to Craig a little bit before you joined, was
I
that
heard you.
I think a lot of the American guys, you know, especially once they get a little drunk, they don't have the patience and they don't really want to take in the English accent. They just, you know, especially with Kevin.
I think it's manners too.
Yeah, I think,
Okay.
yeah.
I don't know.
English are very
it's like-
proper.
Well, I don't know about that, but
Oh, no, it's true. It is true.
I just.
So you don't yell over people because you kind of
I ain't
have
gonna shout,
manners.
so it's like, you can't hear me. I'm not going to talk. It's fine. I'm fine with that. It's not a biggie.
I think that they have manners and they're more subdued or conservative. Maybe.
I think so.
Some of them. Some. I mean, you can't stereotype everybody the same, but
I ain't going to shout over everyone. I ain't doing it. I'd rather just not talk. And it ain't the manners.
you're really funny when you've had a few. You are. You kind of open up a little.
Craig?
Yeah,
We play the hat game. Hat game's fun, but yeah.
Yeah.
I've never really seen Craig like that. So I was saying before that we never really ever had a chance to really
There
hang
are
out.
rare instances. I'm just saying.
Yeah. No, it's fun. Just muck around and.
We're just
But
a
yeah,
bunch of
I can't be asked with
bloody
shouting
annoying.
and shouting, and no, it's not a politeness thing. It's just I'm not doing it. It's not a politeness thing. It's just no, I'm not.
There's that
doing it.
manners thing again.
It's not manners. If I need to shout to be heard, then I'm not going to talk. I'm not bothered by it. Simple. No. If someone wants to listen, they'll listen. If they don't, well, whatever.
Shouldn't have to shout, but I don't know.
Exactly.
No, you shouldn't. You shouldn't have to.
Yeah.
I think once it comes to that point, it's just no.
Yeah, it's just pointless. You know, and it does get a bit sometimes frustrating, especially when I've stayed up until 2 or 3 in the morning, and I can't get a word in. It's like, why am I staying up until stupid o'clock at night, and no one can fucking hear me? So it's like, what's the point of that? You know, it's I'd rather just watch. If I'm awake, I'll just watch. And that's how people join. It's like, why? What's the point? I mean, I love everyone who's on
I hear
there.
ya.
It's not a personal bit. I love watching it. And stuff, but
Oh yeah,
me joining because
yeah.
it's just the way
it's
it is.
definitely-
It gets involved and yada yada, and it's just normal. But no, it's not. There's no point. Sometimes it's like I'd rather watch.
I like doing some of the off-air chats, like on StreamYard or Hangout, because it's a little more one-on-one, and you don't have a lot of that crazy that goes on. You know, people tend to. I mean, it can happen there too. Don't get me wrong, and it does. But a little less crazy, I guess you could say.
Yeah, I think not everyone, or I don't think it's many, but I think one or two because they're alive on online potentially.
Yeah, I got you.
Um,
You know exactly. Yeah, I get it. But that's kind of the crazy that show thrives on. The couple that I'm thinking of. So
it's the more
it's a circus, really.
it's the more what can we do to I don't do it. Nothing I do on YouTube, where it's reviews, this kind of thing. It's not for like views, likes, all that kind of thing that goes with it. It's not. I ain't part of that crowd. There's loads on there on YouTube that are, which is fine as well. It's just how it's not what I'm on here for. It's more making new friends, having a laugh, reviewing a few beers, and wherever that goes, it goes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. If it does, it does. It doesn't matter. It's not important to me. Making the beer is secondary. People are more important than beer, and I've always been like that. Anything else that comes off it, great. If it doesn't, if it does, great. It doesn't matter to me. It's more the people I've met, friends I've made, and the whole social part of being part of something.
It's a community. It's like a big clan.
Yeah,
really. I mean, it is. And
that's all it.
Yeah.
It has been like that for me for 4 years. Perhaps since about 6 months after I started, and then I made loads of friends. I thought, wow, this is that's all it's about, and it's not going to change.
Yeah. It sometimes, and you know what's funny is, I mean, sometimes it depends on my mood. Like, there are days when I just don't have the patience for it.
Yeah,
The craziness, and then there are days where I'm just like the biggest clown up there. So
some days I'm not very tolerant.
Right.
I can't.
And usually, I mean, like if I'm really quiet on panel, that usually means Jules isn't having a good day. But
sometimes you could be in that mood, someone says something, and you think, well, bollocks to this. I'm gonna upset someone here. Do you know what I mean? It's especially
and it's funny is, I mean, I've made a lot of friends, and some of them have been personalities that I really didn't think I was going to jive with, and I actually get along with mostly everybody. There are a few people that can offend me to the point where I just can't tolerate them. Like I have a pretty good sense of humor, and pretty tolerant. I really am. But there have been a few, and actually kind of warming up to a couple of them, and it's just taken me a while. It's just like, don't judge, just take them for who they are. That's all you'd want them to do with you, right? So,
everybody, for the most part, is pretty cool.
Yeah.
There is. Yeah, I mean, you're not going to get with everyone.
Right. That is a true story. And I usually do, which is kind of funny. And so
I want to.
When I find somebody that like rubs me the wrong way, it's rare. It doesn't happen very often.
The thing is, I want to get on with everyone, but you just can't. There's certain things you just no. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and maybe you can get along on certain things, and then other things just kind of brush it aside. And
but just because people are into beer doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get on with them.
Exactly. Yeah. So I mean, if it's a beer community, you have this thing that it's a common thing. Drinking beer, talking about beer.
It's a common interest, agree. But then,
and then if you go further than that,
I guarantee.
Maybe you can make some good acquaintances or whatever. But maybe you won't. Maybe you won't.
Yeah.
You never know.
I've made so many friends, like in so many different communities. It's crazy, and I sub to so many different groups. And to me, it's important to help the creators, because I'm not a creator. I'm just a stalker. I call myself the
Yeah, I'm not a creator.
Pied Piper of
I don't
YouTube
create
creators,
anything.
I guess. But I try to bring them together. So
Do you have a channel?
all my channel is me subbing to other people.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of music and a lot of cooking.
Cooking?
Barbecuing.
Are you into the Leprechaun crowd with the cooking guys?
Oh yeah. Yeah. In fact, the Leprechaun is probably, gosh, I mean, I
was hanging
started
out
with
him
cooking
yesterday
channels.
for a
He's
while.
fantastic. Some of his photos on Facebook have just been like, look at that.
What's that?
When he done that stack burger a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, right. How do you even eat that thing? Right? That's insane. The 7-layer burger or whatever he called it. Holy cow.
That's a heart attack on a plate, that is.
I can't even eat like a double hamburger. The time
He's a real cool
single
guy.
hamburger gets left heavy.
I like his.
It's just, unfortunately, I always wake up the next day and think, oh, fucking hell, they were live.
Oh, it's an hour difference. It sucks. You know, the time.
I like Leprechaun's way he, his point of view on just, he's a real cool guy.
Lev is really cool. Him and I have a common goal in mind, and we've talked about it.
Yeah, I love Blake as well. Blake is.
Blake's a good guy.
Oh man!
A lot of people think he's just a clown, but he really is deep.
No, he's a.
Well, he puts that persona on.
Oh, that's his facade. Part of the circus, baby.
I've got so many people I'd love to meet in the States. It's just, yeah.
Yeah, Lev and I are trying to bring together the communities, the different YouTube communities, I guess is what you would call them. But like, I started watching cooking channels, which led me to the barbecue channels, which kind of led me to the music channels, Blake and Jeremy and Thrash, which led me to the beer review and the beer brew communities. And then in between there, I have the garden communities and the homesteading communities, and just tons of channels. And
there's loads, isn't there? It's just
yeah, you can't do everything.
Nope. But I try. And being back to work, it's not going so well. I'm like, there's not enough hours in my day.
Yeah, that's a problem, and it's just like, oh, geez.
Yeah, I was off for 9 months, so going back is like, I'm missing all my friends and kind of scarce, I guess, but I still try. I mean, I try to watch what I can watch.
You get used to a situation, and then all of a sudden, bang, right, you got to go back to where you were 9 months ago. You kind of
it's been fun. It's crazy. Yeah. Nothing's the same. Nothing's like what it used to be at work, and
yeah, I agree with that. That's right.
Yeah.
Nothing like the human interaction.
Lots of things have changed, but hopefully next year.
Yeah, I'm hoping things will gradually get better. I mean, how long can I don't know.
I must admit, in the States,
humanity survived lots of plagues before.
Well, yeah, exactly, but
not without a lot of death.
I'm quite concerned for the States for say this day. And then say next 2 or 3 weeks going forward, what's going to happen to the States? I'm a bit concerned.
There's a question in the chat. When we say Kevin, are we talking about Kevin Black? He's one of my favorite reviewers. Only gripe is that he doesn't. I don't think it is Kevin Black.
I know.
Is that his last name?
I don't know. He only puts his name. It just says Kevin.
Yeah, I think it might be in Hangouts though.
No, it's not the same. It's not the same Kevin.
I don't think it is either.
No, Kevin Black. He lives in Reading. He used to review beers about. Well, he used to be one of the originals I used to follow. He's an Irish. He's an Irish guy. He lives in Reading, Surrey.
I don't know if Kev, the one that we're talking about, even does beer reviews.
Berkshire, Reading in Berkshire. Sorry, not sorry. That's not the same Kev. It's not the same Kev.
Yeah, it's probably not. I can't think of his last name. I know I've seen it.
I don't even know if he has a channel. He might not even have a channel.
I ain't seen him on chats for ages, so
No, I just saw him recently, actually.
But it's probably me not being around at 7 o'clock in the night like he is.
But I don't think he has his own channel where he does any reviews or
I don't
anything.
think so. I think he does a lot of home and stuff.
Yeah, he does homebrewing. Yeah, he's more of a part of the homebrewing community type.
He might have. I don't know if he's got his own actual channel. He might do. I don't know. To be fair,
That's right. He does do homebrews.
I know he loves his. I mean, that's something I'm going to be doing next year. I'm going to start off with grain stuff, and then I'm going to try and grow my own hops in the garden for next.
No, you know what his name is? Kevin
That's
Mitchell.
awesome.
So that's his name is Mitchell.
Mitchell, that's it. Yeah,
Mitchell,
yeah.
that's it. Yeah.
I was trying to remember his surname. It's like, what the hell is? Of course, it's Mitchell. I think I'm friends with him on Facebook. I'm just going to.
My surname is Eddington.
Warwick, I've just sent you a message on Instagram. I just want you to confirm, in fact, you. I assume it is.
Who's that?
No, he's. There's a young chap here. He's been commenting on my lives for quite a while. He's just asking if it's on social media, and I'm just trying to make sure I'm the same guy. I think it is.
Do you do the like a beer stuff on Instagram, or is it like a personal Instagram?
No, I've got two things on Instagram. I've got a beer one, and I've got like a wildlife. Well, not so much what it's more landscape photography though. Oh, we got Paul back. There we go. How are you doing?
Hello, how we doing?
So Paul is in Pennsylvania, not far from Hampshire, where you're at.
I'm still around. I'm still
His
drinking.
son-in-law's from Pennsylvania.
I don't know, Paul.
Yeah, we just walked through the door real quick. I did a little Top and Goliath review, and now I'm ready to rock and roll.
Are you in eastern or western Pennsylvania?
Yeah, I don't think you.
Central, actually.
Right, Jules, Paul, Jules. You met
Paul?
Ronnie.
Hi, Jules. How you doing?
Yeah.
And Ronnie, how you doing?
It's nice.
Cheers, man.
Really cool.
My son-in-law is from he's about 15 minutes from Gettysburg.
Oh yeah.
That's where Mom and Dad live.
I can see you a lot better now.
Yeah, I
Paul.
love that place. I go down there. I take my two daughters down there as much as I can. They love it down there.
A lot of history
It's
down there.
about
It's
2
very
hours
cool.
away from us.
Very cool. A lot of history.
Mm-hmm.
Ronnie probably like it.
Yeah, when I was married, I used to go down there with my ex-wife all the
never
time.
have.
When times were good, we used to go down just to have dinner. We'd just go down there. We'd go down to this German restaurant there, and then we'd go to our favorite bar, this dark bar, and we'd just sit in the corner, and I'd drink wine, and she'd drink whatever. And then we just got drunk and watched the world go by, and then we just walked the streets all night long until we sobered up, and then drove back. Because it was cool. It's just Gettysburg's are
He's
really
got
cool.
a hippie, you're a hippie poet or something. Yeah.
Hippie. Why? Because he has a beard?
What's your descriptives? Just say.
An asshole. That's a pretty good descriptive.
Well, we all could be that sometimes. Come on now.
Yeah.
Everyone's got.
Yeah.
You don't seem like an asshole.
You
I
don't know.
must not be informed.
You don't know.
I must not be in good form today. I'm definitely abrasive. I can be abrasive at least. I mean,
Oh,
that's
really?
good.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, see, Craig doesn't know. I mean, we've only shared a bed together.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad I didn't snore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm glad you didn't snore, so that was good. I had the chance of meeting him live in Manchester, and it was a wonderful experience.
Well, cool beans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Indeed. That was good.
The real Manchester, not the Manchester, New Hampshire. Manchester.
No,
Check out the
real deal.
Check out the. There's a YouTube channel, Jules, Ronnie. Go and check out the Manchester Piss Up, all one word.
The what?
The Manchester Piss Up.
The Manchester Pizza?
All one word.
Yeah, we had the Manchester Piss Up where everybody met up in Manchester and we got really drunk and did a lot of fun things and we video cataloged everything.
Piss up.
Yeah.
Piss
As
Up.
in
Yep.
PISSUP.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
The British drunk.
Yeah, we set
That's a term for being bombed off your ass. You're pissed.
getting pissed.
Completely pissed. Bloody pissed.
Get completely pissed.
Yeah. So
it was fun.
Check out that channel. That's catalogue Paul's visit. Pretty much.
Yeah.
From
It was
start
really
to
nice that we did that, so I could always go back and look at it too. So.
Oh, great stuff. You know. And then when stuff happens again, or people go over there, or you come back, or whatever, we'll change the name of the channel, and we'll just.
Well, yeah, we'll change the name of the channel and just keep adding to it. That's the best.
Yeah.
Because I want the Kent Piss Up at some point in time. We got to go. I got to go to your area and go to Kent.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of logistics for me to sort out these days, so it's like doing that.
I don't think I'll be able to do it 21, but I might be able to do it 22.
Yeah, I mean,
I
need time to sort shit out. And
yeah. I need to get. I mean, that's the problem is when you're going over to England, everything's almost twice as expensive, so you got to save up twice as much money, which is a little bit of a bitch. So
I can't. Yeah, I can't. It's one of them deals with obviously, you know, Paul and George, well, you all know.
Mm-hmm. James and even maybe Thomas is going to come over here in June too.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of always fans and buts with all that. Pardon me, all that shit at the moment, isn't there? So, I mean, over here in the UK, it's really gone fucking bad. Really bad.
Yeah.
So, you're planning stuff at the moment. It's just like until next, probably spring, at the earliest.
Mm-hmm. I was talking to Lucy Foster, and she lives, I guess, right next to the Want Some Brewing Company.
She's right next to me.
So they said if we go to the Want Some, then we all have to meet up there and get completely hammered.
Yeah, I mean, eventually I'm gonna. I mean, she lives literally about 4 miles from me.
Okay.
Wow, that's pretty close.
Pretty close.
That's where the brewery. I literally can get
neighbor
in a car. It's literally that close. But
nothing wrong with living that close to a brewery. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Well, I live probably closer to the Ramsgate brewery. It's probably.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
Ramsgate's
right next to you.
I used to work across the street from Sierra Nevada Brewery in California, Chico.
Oh, really?
In Chico, California? That's awesome.
That's cool.
That's where I left when I left to come here.
Yeah. But no, she wants to meet up with the head brewer and stuff because she knows him quite well, and we're going to head up there and have a few beers. But obviously, at the moment, it's going to be God knows how long because COVID's really took an hold locally, and everything's going to be shut down.
I know there's a Sierra Nevada somewhere near Sacramento too. So because I was thinking about flying into Sacramento,
that's Chico.
renting a car. Yeah. That's Chico, and then just taking renting a car and then driving all the way to there, all the way through the redwoods, all the way up the coast, all the way up to Seattle, maybe even to Montana, and then just hitting another airport and flying back, dropping the car off and flying back.
It takes about an hour and a half to drive from Sacramento to Chico. Hour 20,
good.
Hour and a half. Speed limit 70, 75.
The longer the better. I want to waste gas. Lots of gas.
Beautiful country up
driving
there.
Around, seeing everything. Well, yeah, absolutely.
The foothills of the
I want to go to Willow Creek, California.
What's that?
I want to go to Willow Creek, California.
Why Willow Creek?
That's where they have the. It was near where they had the 1972 Bluff Creek Patty, the Patty Gimberson film, the Bigfoot film there, and then they have all the Bigfoot stuff. Yeah, so definitely want to go check that out.
Were you even alive in '72? That's fucking.
No, I was not.
I wasn't either. Guys, I'm gonna run.
That's
No, I
funny.
was not.
It was cool talking to you guys. Have a great night.
Oh. Yeah, see you, Ronnie.
Tell Craig appreciate him having me on.
See you later, Ronnie. See you around, man. Yeah, I got a jet too.
No, I didn't exactly make it to 70. I didn't make it until 81. So, but I still want to go
you're
see
a
it. Check it
youngster.
out. Mhm. Yeah, don't feel like it, but I know I am. One of those kind of deals.
I've always been intrigued by the Burning Man thing down in the desert. I'm like,
Oh,
that
I've
might
heard
be
about
kind of
that.
fun. Kind of crazy. My husband talks about the Bread and Puppet festival they used to have here in New England, but they stopped doing it. But it was just like a major rock bands, a lot of booze, a lot of other stuff that probably wasn't legal at the time, but yeah, a lot of craziness. Kind of like another Woodstock, I guess you could say.
Yeah, a different kind of Woodstock. Yeah.
It's funny too.
Ronnie said thanks for having him.
Yeah, I did hear him. I was sitting on the toilet at the time. But,
Oh, all right. I see what you're doing. Crazy.
yeah, it wasn't like that.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Well-
sorry. I just went the wrong way.
Well, it's easily done.
There you go. Yeah, I was up in I'll tell you what. I was up in Portland, Oregon, the one time, and
cool beans up
the
there.
beer is nuts. Like, I've been in some beer places, but the beer in Portland was just everywhere, and it was all crazy good. And wow.
Do you know
so
who
I've been to
do you know
Portland a
Beerman
few
is,
times
Steve?
now.
Do you know
Beerman?
Beerman, Steve?
I know of Beerman, but I don't know him personally.
He's in Oregon. He's actually from California. He's a freaking riot, dude.
Yeah.
You gotta check out his channel.
Mhm.
He
Yeah,
does
man.
beer reviews, and you can jump on and do beer reviews. He'll let you know ahead of time what they're doing.
He's stoned quite a bit, I think.
What's that?
He's stoned quite a bit.
Oh yeah,
Stoned quite a bit,
yeah.
probably. Yeah. Yeah, my
Oh,
friend,
so
my
usually-
friend Kevin Clements is from Oregon as well. He's
Alright.
near.
I have a stepbrother that lives there.
He's near Portland.
Drove through Portland, but I didn't stop on my way up to Washington. My parents used to live up in Washington.
I was in
Beautiful
Seattle
area.
for a little bit, but I was only in Seattle to go through to take the ferry, and then I went through Puget Sound and stuff like that. But I like
Yeah,
that
my
whole
parents
area.
lived near the Puget Sound when they lived up there.
I went to Paulsbo, Washington, and that was absolutely fucking fantastic.
It's beautiful
It was
country.
probably
up there.
like my little favorite little place to go. It's just a little small town and mom and pop shops and great beer and great food, and I spent so much money, but at the same time I enjoyed every little bit of it.
What was your favorite food while you were out there?
I had actually one of the things that I really really liked was I was up Kingston, Washington, and we went to the Kingston Ale House, and I had smoked salmon chowder that was pretty fucking fantastic. And
The salmon is
that was
phenomenal
pretty.
out there. Crab.
What's that?
The salmon is phenomenal out west, and so
Yes.
is the crab,
Yeah.
the Alaskan crab.
Yeah, I've never had
Very
smoked
good.
salmon chowder before, and it was pretty fucking fantastic. It was really really good.
Yep.
We went to the Marina Market in Paulsbo, and it's great because they just have there's two places in Paulsbo that specialize in like European treats and foods, and it had an amazing beer section. So I spent $510 in beer when I was there, and then I spent a shit other ton on just candies and meats and cheeses and things just to take to the hotel room just to snack on the whole time, and it was really really good. And then we went to Tootsie's
Sounds like
Euro
an epic
Pub.
trip, dude.
Yeah, and it was just really
Euro
really good.
Pub?
That was good times. Yeah, the Euro
I mean-
Pub. It was Tootsie's Euro Pub.
One thing
And-
I think I've
Got some
realised-
rockabilly music in there.
One thing I've realised with Paul is when he goes somewhere, he doesn't muck around. He
Apparently.
I don't fuck around. No, I don't.
muck around.
They do it right.
He properly. It's all or nothing. There's no in between. It's just we're doing.
Go, do it. You're here.
Yeah.
You're here for the
Do it right.
experience.
Because we had an
Do it right. Let's go.
We had a time and
There's no moderation. Just do it. Go.
oh, we had a
Live
bit
it
of time.
up. You only live once. What,
Fucking
Craig? I'm
nuts.
sorry.
That hotel room, that poor hotel room.
That poor hotel room probably had to have been fumigated and burnt to the ground to get the smell out of us clogging up that
Annihilated it,
toilet
did
for a
you?
week.
It was bad. It was proper.
That was, yeah.
Needed
now-
fumigation?
It's probably now a storage room.
Fumigation.
Febreze.
Yeah. They probably don't put humans in that room anymore. They probably just put like
the
old
mattresses.
files or furniture.
It's a storage room.
The walls.
Yeah.
Cleaning products,
Yeah.
That's
I
fine.
still remember the first day I was in that hotel room. I woke up the next day and I was like, oh, I'll take a shower. And someone left me a present in the window. Is that the person who was there last time that owned that rented the hotel room? I got out of the shower and in the mirror there was this giant penis with a face drawn into the mirror.
But you didn't see it until it fogged up.
until you couldn't see it until it was all fogged. I was like, what a beautiful present. just waiting for me. This was wonderful.
How do you know it wasn't a ghost?
Welcome to England.
It was a giant ghost penis drawer. And the ghost was just saying, yo, what's up? You're a dick. Welcome to England.
Hey,
and I like it.
Nice.
Oh, I'd say
was
they
a big
probably
fan
had
of
you
it.
pegged there, Paul.
And there it is.
No, I always speaking of ghosts was always it was always interesting taking my wife, ex-wife now, to Gettysburg because I always like to go to the one hotel room that was there, pre-war, and we always get the old rooms, and she'd always tell me about her experiences like at the night, like in the old rooms, like seeing things walk around, seeing people walk around the room, hearing noises, this and that. And it was always really cool hearing her stories and stuff. Because a lot of it was, oh, what's up here, Hound? How you doing, Beth? How you doing? I'm glad you like those sour ales. But she would, I guess she would try to wake me up, and I'd be like, I'd fall back to sleep. She's like, someone's walking at the edge of the bed. I'm like, well, tell them to clean up. And I just go back to bed. Yeah. Apparently I was a horrible guard. I was a horrible guard dog, apparently.
She's like, well, you say you can't protect me from the ghosts that go bump in the night. My two daughters, my oldest daughter took my youngest daughter to Gettysburg, and they did the night ghost tour, and they had the recording equipment and everything. And they said that there's like this resident ghost there. I can't remember. I think his name was Johnny or something. Anyway, Johnny liked to smoke when he was alive, and he was a Civil War soldier, and he died on the battlefield there apparently. And so they lit a cigarette, and they said, "Well, we got a cigarette here for you, Johnny." Now both my daughters witnessed this, and they said, "Here you go, have a toke." And the end of the cigarette just like lit up, and if you smoke, okay,
Nobody
when
took a
someone's
puff.
hitting a cigarette because it like that cherry just like, ooh, it's unmistakable.
Yeah.
So they're holding the cigarette up, and it just lights up. And my oldest daughter was like, "Oh," she was freaking out. She was like, "Okay, too creepy." And my youngest was like, "Yeah." She's like, "We got to go." And my youngest was like, "No." Like crazy.
There's something I guess you call it a ghost in my house, and 6 people now I think have seen it. I saw something that I can't understand, but I can't attribute it to anything, but I just don't know what it was. And my kids, especially when they were little, would call it Jay. That was the thing. Jay. They'd say, hey, Jay was here, Jay this, Jay that. And Jay, watches them sleep, and Jay does this and Jay does that, and the guy who built the house back in the
His name is Jay.
the late 1800s was named John DeWald, and and then we had the one lady over here, and she's like, "Hey, I saw John last night."
So Jay could have been like
she
his
said,
initial, like they could have just seen.
Yeah, exactly. She's like, "Hey, I saw John last night. She came to check on the girls, and I said the girls are at their grandparents' house, and he just went away." And I was like, "Well, that's cool. Hey, there you go, cool." Because I didn't
Well,
tell
as
him
long as
about
it's a good ghost,
John.
right?
Yeah, I didn't tell him about John. The people who stayed here, they just came down and just like, "Hey, by the way, I just saw John." And I was like, "Really?" And they're like, "Yeah." He was checking on the girls, and I
Yep.
said, "Well, and they go like, oh, well, we just told them that the girls were at their grandparents' house, and they just went away." I'm like, "Okay, well, cool. There you go. Have fun." But no, my daughter said they haven't seen John in a long time now, so I don't know what happened.
Aw. Well, sometimes,
Yeah.
when we grow up, we lose that touch with, I call it
Yeah,
the
right.
other side, but whatever you want to call it. But yeah. Because we start like using our like reason and rationalization and all.
Your analytical self. Yeah.
There was
The logical, analytical stuff.
this was a story about 2 weeks ago. It's a weird one. It's a weird one. It wasn't even 2 weeks ago. Sunday. When you was on the stream Sunday, Paul.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, I went down to make sure she was all right, and then whatever. I come back upstairs, and she was at the bottom of the stairs. It's a weird. Obviously, what's been going on. She said, "Daddy, there's a thing following you." I'm like, "What?" As I was coming back up the stairs to come in here, It's like, okay, so what that about? So that kind of makes me think a little bit.
Right.
Because I didn't
Sure.
feel nothing, see nothing. It was just.
Well, I have my theory, but I'll just let you figure it out.
No, I've got my
Thank you,
theory. I agree with you as well.
Right.
I think
Right.
I'm on that. It's a weird one, but obviously
My grandmother just told me.
Really cool, actually, but that's me.
I didn't see it, so my daughter saw it, or whatever it was, and
Like I said,
yeah,
the younger ones,
yeah.
we should listen to them more.
I listen
really
to her.
should.
I listen. I don't stop listening to her. I'm trying to be there.
I think they sense things and see things and know things that we don't.
Exactly, because they don't completely.
They don't have that comes with growing up.
They're not that kind of crappy thing called an adult, are they? So, do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
There's an innocence, or
they're just themselves. They're just them.
They're an impartial. And I always think to myself, yeah, but that was building into that conversation,
Right.
Which is,
kids are amazing. They really.
I don't really, not saying I don't believe in anything, but I'm very just like,
yeah.
I like proof for everything. I'm an asshole. Like if the ghost's violent, I want it to punch me in the face. Like I want that kind of stuff. I'm a very let's go, come on, let's have sex. But I remember the one. It was very, and this is just like I'm a cold hard fact guy. I like cold hard facts, and if a person that has an experience that likes cold hard facts has an experience, it's pretty valid. Like that kind of like mentality,
For real, I think it's true. I'm a believer now.
I really don't ever say like it's this. I don't like to define things. I don't like definitions unless I know what I can call things. But my friend was here one night, and he has cerebral palsy. he walks with crutches, but this guy's done some amazing things, being able to only use so much of his body, and I commend him for that.
Their spirits are.
Well, we were having
yeah, I totally.
We were getting nice and. Excuse me. Oh, sorry about that. I was talking over you.
No, their spirits are resilient. Cerebral palsy.
Right.
Yeah.
Amazing people.
We were having a good old hangout metal piss up where we just played metal all night and had a great time and drank a lot of beers. And my daughters were obviously I only had one daughter at the time, Morgan. My oldest now, she's 12, which is fucking stupid. And I put her to bed. And then at the end of the night, I was like, okay, I'm drunk. I got to go to bed. He's like, yeah, I got to go to bed too. We get up to bed, and I lay in bed. My door is kind of half closed. Hall lights on because of Morgan, because she needs the hall light on, obviously. And his room's on the catty corner. So I'm in the bed, and then I hear the creak, 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 creak. Yeah, because I live in an old-ass house. I creak, 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 creak. And I see the shadows, creak, 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 shadows in front of my doorstep, facing my daughter's room. And I'm like, thinking to myself, Phil, you drunk fuck, you're facing the wrong way. Your bedroom's the other way. Excuse me, the bedroom's the other way, right? Like, it's not your bedroom, asshole. And then I stare at the shadows some more, and I'm like, okay, like, do something, move, walk away, go to bed, or something like that. And then Mad Dad happened. I go, okay, now you're standing in front of my daughter's room. You're pissing me off. Like, I'm going to actually go out there and punch you in the face. Because I'm Mad Dad now.
Yeah,
And I get out of bed, and I open the door. Nobody's there. And he's snoring in his bed in the other room. And he can't walk. I mean, there's no way he could, you know what I mean? And I was like, okay, well, good night. And I just went back to the room, put the covers on my head. I was like, okay, I'm going to bed now. It was one of those, okay, I've had too much to drink.
Yeah,
like, I'm saying good night.
Right?
I'm saying good night. I'm saying good night to the night. Well, I'm just saying, nope, we're closing this night off. We've done enough. I'm going to bed.
yeah.
It was definitely, but it was vivid. And I know I wasn't drunk because it's really hard for me to get drunk off beer where I've never had the point where I don't remember things or whatever. This was very vivid, and I still remember it today. And I was just like, okay, I'm going to bed. There we go. There's the bed. Okay,
sometimes
we're
it's
just
easier
to
to rationalize and not think about it, right?
I don't.
Especially when you have that mind.
I don't rationalize the fact that I was drinking. I don't rationalize. I think you're misconstruing me. That I don't think that I'm thinking I saw something because I was drinking.
Yeah.
I think I saw something because I was drinking, which is two different things. If you know what I'm trying to say. I don't think I saw something because I was drunk. I just think I saw something where I was able to see something, if you know what I mean. Like, I was like, wait, whoa,
open.
What is this? That's not, open. Open is the word. Yeah, and I was like, look at you.
I'm still personally of the opinion where she definitely saw something. It was behind, and there's something following you, Daddy. I'm like,
yeah.
Look round and there was nothing there. It's like, which it's kind of slightly comforting.
Yeah, and slightly alarming, depending on the okay, cool.
Maybe.
Well, it's like this. Did you get the EBGBs or did you feel comforted?
Yeah.
There you go. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
So my daughter swore we lived in a townhouse and she was a teenager, my oldest. She's like, Mom, I think this place is haunted. I said, well, why do you think that? She was, I don't know. I hear things. Shadows.
I'm really open-minded on it all. I don't disbelieve. I'm kind of neutral with it all.
Right.
I think the worst thing you could ever do is if someone is telling you an experience, I always consider this to be the worst thing in the world, is calling them a liar. Is very rare.
No,
because there's a lot of people who generally say things, and they go, "Well, you're just lying." Oh, you need the proof on the contrary to back up the fact that they're lying. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I mean, I've heard a lot of people sharing experiences with, Sasquatch or this or that or ghosts or whatever, aliens. And when people just come right out and be abrasive and just call them liars or stupid, it's just so rude.
They
It's
weren't
just
there.
ridiculous.
You know,
The thing
they
is,
weren't
though,
there.
Yeah.
How do they know?
No.
The thing is, with a
Exactly.
5.5-year-old, they don't know what, you know, all this sort of stuff, and they don't. They're just saying what they see.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the beautiful
Yeah.
thing about kids is they have no reason to lie about that. Why would they?
Yeah, they don't know,
You know?
that
Mm-hmm.
what they're saying is kind of on that level of saying adults said it. Oh, you're winding me up. Fuck off. You know, kind of deal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. They. I mean, you know what it's like. I mean, you probably got it a bit. You get the truth out of kids when it.
Right.
Yeah. Kids will tell you just like it is. They don't
They're
give
brutally
a
honest
shit.
sometimes. Right.
Yeah.
When it comes to your
In my experience.
your exes and stuff, they tell you the whole
I remember
shebang.
when
You know,
I remember
it's the
when
same.
when Rowan was two or three, she could just get words out. She just started speaking.
Yeah.
And I wasn't there, thank God. My mom got the chance to have all the embarrassment, not me. Like, whoa. And she was there, and the waitress came over, and she was an African American woman, you know, and the whole deal. And she's like, and Rowan's like, "Why are you so dark?" And I'm like, "Oh, I am." And they don't give a shit. They say exactly what they think at the time. They don't care.
And most
they are
adults
the
know
most
that when they
purest.
have kids, you know.
They are the most purest, honest things in the world, and that's why I love them.
100%.
But at the same time, I'm so glad I wasn't there. It was like, hey,
right, because you would have
cool
been like,
story, Mom.
awkward.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I have to go throw myself in front of a truck right now. I'll talk to you later. It was one of those kind of deals.
Well,
Yeah.
what I would tell my daughter when she was afraid that the house was haunted, I said, well, okay, so let's think about this. I said, so has anything bad happened? She's like, well, no. I said, but you're scared. She goes, well, yeah. I said, well, look at it like this. It must be a friendly ghost because nothing bad's happened. So just call it what it is, man.
I mean, I
Something
don't.
bad happens,
Yeah, you could be like,
go ahead and
like
be
my
scared.
kids. I'd be like, honey, don't worry. The worst thing
Yeah.
in this house is me, so you'll be okay. Like, there you go.
Probably true, to be fair.
Yeah.
But
She actually did have some really crazy stuff happen to her later in life, though, and her and her husband were renting a room out to one of their one of the fellow military members that worked on the base that they did, and apparently this guy dabbled in the dark arts. And there was some really crazy bad stuff that happened to her at that house.
I mean, I don't.
Oh, it was bad. So now she's just like, she gets freaked out super easy because of that.
Yeah.
It was bad. It was bad.
My ex-wife has always had sleep paralysis follow her wherever she goes.
Well, that's what happened
to blame
her.
me for a
That's
while.
the first time it ever happened.
She started blaming me for a while, like, and I was like, well, so this happened to you before? Okay, that I can, whatever. And then, she lived with me here, she lived with me there. It was happening. But now I was like, yeah, it's you. You're a bad person. Shit is following you. Go away. Yes, good for you.
Sometimes they're just touched, or they're like, I think my daughter's a little on the sensitive side. Like, I wouldn't say psychic or anything like that.
Well, the thing is, Beer Hound, I want you to know that every day is Halloween, correct? Every day is Halloween. So just,
I just wanted to leave
calm
that
down
there
with
for
that. Calm down, Beer Hound.
I mean,
that's my favorite. That's my favorite time because that's like my birthday. So
I don't believe in the supernatural, but I don't disbelieve it either. I'm kind of like.
No.
Well, it's like it's like we tend to want the tangible proof, and it's just like with any with religion.
I mean, I don't mind. I mean, I like the idea of like show me the money. Show me the money. I can understand. See, I can understand people that are. I can understand people that are skeptics, right? And I can understand people that are believers. I can understand both of those sides.
Yeah, same as that.
But I can't understand skeptics as much because you need to bring a lot of, evidence backing you to scoff something. You know, you can be skeptical, and you can be this or that. You know, so I always think it's really funny that. Make this one really quick point, very quickly. There's a lot of people who disbelieve things like the paranormal and the cryptozoology and stuff like that. Really untangible, hard to grasp ideas, this and that. You know,
it's heavy.
Actually, a lot of proof if you really look at the proof. There's a lot of stuff, but a lot of people who are really easy to scoff to push that off are people who believe in religion. I'm like, oh, it's kind of funny because the religion has like a lot of.
It's the same principle, you know, and like one of my great ancestors, Sir Arthur Stanley Eddington, worked on the theory of relativity with Einstein. Can you imagine how much they got laughed at first? Like they got this theory of relativity, and everybody's like, "Well, prove it," you know, or take
prove it.
Sir Isaac Newton and gravity, you know. It's like, prove it, you know.
Here's an apple. Oh, it's in your face, you know.
Right. So
hey, it's Paul is the only ape man in the woods that I believe in, and you know what? I'm glad, Lee, that you believe in me because I don't believe in myself. No. And you believing in me helps me feel better.
Lee, if you want a link,
thank you.
If you want a link, let me know.
Lee is one of the persons that has touched my heart in such ways that has not been dealing with anal loop. So thank you, Lee. You touched my heart.
That's in your ring. Friends.
No, we'll keep all that stuff to the Manchester Piss Up channel, okay? Let's talk about real emotions here.
If you want to join,
okay, now I gotta check that out. I'm just saying.
Let me know, and I'll hook you up. So.
All right, guys, I'm heading out. I gotta go. Really.
Take care, Jules.
Have a good night, you guys. Have a good weekend, and until next time, peace out.
Keep safe.
Thanks for having me.
I've
always
it's been nice meeting you, Paul.
Yeah, nice meeting you too. The best part about having a Topping Goliath, they only sell them in 4-packs, so I have more beer. Isn't that fantastic?
Oh, that's good.
So the only thing that sucks is if you have to buy a 4-pack, if you're forced to buy a 4-pack, and it sucks. That's not so good. This
is going to work. No worries, brother. Hope you're okay.
Oh, I didn't talk about this beer in my my beer review. I can't find anything on the glass here. I can't. Oh, here it is. Pseudo Sue, or the King Sue rather. Topping Goliath. I cannot find anything on here that actually states my conjecture, my theory. But I do believe this beer is named after the Susan Hendrickson in 1992. She discovered the second largest Tyrannosaurus Rex full skeleton in America. And she got actually kicked off the area by a rancher that owned it after the rancher found out that she actually found something worthwhile. And there was a big litigation battle in the 90s. And actually Sue got unearthed and got sold in New York on the stock exchange or whatnot, or the auctioned off in New York rather, for about $2.2 million. And anyway, at the end of the day, they actually figured out who was the rightful finder and owner of Sue. And now Sue is prominently displayed in a field museum. It might be the field museum they're talking about here. I'm not sure. But this was something that I watched quite a bit growing up because I was really into paleontology.
Yeah.
Growing up, so I'm sorry, but it's King Sue. The King Sue that I know is Sue the T-Rex that's known from the founder Susan Hendrickson in 1992. So I don't know if this is truly named after that, but if it is, my heart is thumping, because I love that stuff. So it might be an amazing coinky dink, but I doubt that it is. I really doubt that it is.
Yeah, what you've you have multiple cans of that.
Yes.
Right. What's the date on the pack you got then?
Oh wow! Holy what? Oh yeah, it's Best Buy 12/24/20. So still more about a month to go before the Best Buy. So this thing is drinking like an absolute champ. The box is over there somewhere, and this is just pure bliss. I'll tell you what, this beer has been out for a long time. The hype has already died down. I mean, this beer has been out for. They're from Decorah, Iowa, and this beer was released along with their not with zombie dust, pseudo sue, and that was a pale ale. This is the double IPA. Both of those beers deserve all the hype because these were hazy. These were haze bombs 5 years ago.
Yeah,
This stuff came out like 5-6 years ago.
We get the was it pseudo sue? We get over in the UK quite a bit.
Yeah,
which is
pseudo
a
sue.
purpley type can.
Yeah, and well, I love the fact that this was Haze-Bro before Haze-Bro was Haze-Bro.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like that's how crazy it is.
I've never had anything from them. I've had the chance. It's just it's like beers and beers and beers.
The description on this one is a lusciously hazy double IPA gains its bold flavor from mango, orange, and pineapple from the use of delicious citra hop. All hail the king. There you go.
Looks. I tell you what, it looks mango forward.
Yeah, it is mango forward. You're absolutely nailing the head with that one.
Just the color of it. It's bright. It's mango.
The mango. Excuse me. Sorry. Mango was like the big, bold fruit base of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the base of it was mango.
It's that vibrant orange. It just that's mango.
Mm-hmm. The nice thing is that in the nose, though, there's like a resiny quality, a floral resinous quality that you don't get from a lot of hazy beers nowadays, and it's just real nice. If there was a little bit more like pronounced, maybe a hint of resinous pine in there or dankness, this would have really been that hazy IPA that bridges both gaps beautifully from the new school to the old school.
Yeah, I know. It looks the part. It matches the color on the
very
can.
Delicious.
But
I'm glad I got a chance to get home in time to join your stream.
Yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool. They have a.
I didn't know if you'd actually still be going.
Yeah, I wasn't sure, but then a couple joined and having a chin wag. I cracked that open. A brewery brought round for me literally today. I've drunk it all. It's one of the beers actually. It's one of the beers I actually reviewed yesterday. I posted generally today, but which was this. So it's this beer. This is a little bit older.
Oh yes.
They've done a rebrew, and this is from the tank. And they said, "There you go.
Okay.
There's a fresher version." Shit. I'm like, yeah. So it's like 2.5 glasses worth. Because I got 2 cans of that, and the first one was a bit. It didn't really. I didn't review it. I thought I'd drink one, and yeah, it wasn't what I kind of wanted, if that makes sense. And then I reviewed the second one. It was actually during the review it was okay, and then after the review it got better. I was like, oh, that's good.
Oh shit! Yeah. And
I told them I was personal messages. I said, "No, this, and this for the first can." I didn't air, which is not fair. But I told them the second can was really good, and they for some reason they felt obliged to come round with this. So I'm like, okay, so that's drunk now.
It's really nice for them to do that, though.
Really didn't you didn't have to, I'm trying to make you money, and you're bringing me around free beer. It's like that's not why I'm.
This was a really weird one I just saw here. I picked it up. Damien. It's a black IPA or a Cascadian dark ale, as you would call it. The funny thing is, it's in a Danzig label. The band Danzig. It's got that kind of logo
That's a
art,
creepy.
like the font.
That's a creepy baby stroke, whatever it is.
Yeah, exactly. The weirdest thing is on the same shelf, I saw this, which has a Danzig style kind of logo font, but above it there was a beer called Danzig from a different brewing company. I was like, well, that's fucking awkward. Like that's a weird coinky dinky. But this is Child of Darkness Ale, and again, it is. See, it's 6.5 instead of 6.66. You failed there, you little surly bitches.
Right.
Because this is from the Surly Brewing Company, and I know they do make good stuff. And yeah, as far as I can tell, where does it say? Child of Darkness, doodly doo. It says something really in bold font. So black ale, yeah, dry hop black ale, and to me that says Cascadian Dark Ale. So I'm going to be enjoying that one later.
Cool, nice.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think Cascadian Dark Ale just sounds so much sexier than black ale. Like black IPA.
Black IPA, black ale, black ale.
Black, yeah, black, because it's dry hop, so it's a Cascadian Dark Ale or a black IPA. And I'm like, I don't know. I think I like the term Cascadian Dark Ale. I just think it's sexy. I just think it kind of rolls off the tongue better. I think you might get a kick out of my.
To me, that's a bit of a shit. It almost comes across like, oh, that's a Cascadian Dark Ale. It's like the wine review, that wine review.
A little bit more fancier way of saying something.
A black IPA would do me, or a hoppy stout. You know.
Yeah, Cascadian Dark Ale. I really hate overly hot imperial stouts.
Is it a hoppy stout or is it a, black IPA?
Yeah, is it a hoppy stout or a black IPA, or is it just a fucking mess in a fucking can?
Whatever. It's a hoppy.
Because, well, and the thing is, there are some IPAs, some black IPAs I've had that have subtle fruit tones and subtle this, and it blends really well because the malt base is big enough to balance it out. Yeah. So, it's nice. But then you do get some of those black IPAs that are really dry, really pine forward. Yeah. Like just basically just eating chocolate bars while you're eating pine cones at the same time. Yeah. And it's not as nice.
No, it can be it can be almost be to the point of an Irish hoppy dry stout almost. It's got that kind of
overly hopped Irish dry stout, and you're like, is that? I don't know. It's not. I think, negating a lot of different sour beers and stuff like that, I think black IPAs has to be one of the most polarizing styles, regular styles.
Absolutely.
Because some people love them, some people hate them.
I do like them, but they're I mean, I'm going back 5 years ago. So that kind of, it wasn't, I don't think it's still a style like New England IPA is. But 5 years ago, it was really, everyone was doing them. Like black IPA.
They were hammering them. They were hammering them hard. You were completely correct.
And I started drinking. I thought, fucking hell, they're really good. Love them. Some were a bit better than others. Some were.
No, I've always had a penchant for a good black IPA.
Yeah, and they were really good. They were really good. But now, they're I think they've recently, in the last year or so, made a bit more of a comeback. But they're not the level of them they were 5 years ago. It's like there's
might want to actually do the Imperial black IPAs where you get that ABV up, so the malt base is a little better, so it can handle the hop kind of attack.
Absolutely, yeah.
And that's where we get into these overly hopped Imperial stouts. We start finding too. They don't call them black IPAs; we call them Imperial stouts with a lot of hops. You know what I mean? So I know there's a couple ones.
There is a fine.
I was just watching something English. Okay, but it might have been you. It might have been Hook. Not Hook. It might have been Hopzine. They just were doing
I haven't reviewed a black IPA for ages, so it won't be me.
It was either it might have been Jake or Hopzine. They were just doing an Imperial stout that was really overly hopped, and I'm like, well, that's a black IPA. It's not an Imperial stout.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but no. But it's I'm trying to remember what I was going to say. Like recently, in the last year, I'd say, yeah, about the last year, there's a lot of like the traditional West Coast IPAs that going back 5, 6, 7 years ago were like, wow, they're proper. But then you've got this new wave, certainly in the UK, and I think it's in Europe as well a little bit. It probably hasn't changed much in the States, but certainly over this side of the pond, West Coast IPAs are nothing like what they used to be. They're just not.
They're not that clean caramel, huge tangerine, dank pine, resiny.
Not the same. They're not, and it's not a palate thing, which you can put.
They actually are brewed differently. They're actually brewing.
It's not a palate thing. It's just not the same beer thing. It's one of them deals.
That's sad, because I'll tell you what, a good West Coast IPA is fucking fantastic.
Because the thing is, there's been such a gap of years between the last year and say 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago, that if you had another one, because you haven't had any of them for so long, you would know straight away that, oh my God, you know, because your taste buds get tuned into this kind of style tasting thing. And if it builds up over 2 or 3 years and then you have another one, you expect to think, wow, it's going to be amazing. And it's just not. Whether it's the New England haze thing that's ruined palates or not,
I think
I don't know. I don't think so.
One really good West Coast IPA that did hit your shores was the Hardywoods, The Great Return.
Yeah, I've reviewed it.
That was
really good.
I know, that's what I thought you did. And that was proper West Coast IPA, delicious, awesomeness. Yeah.
Yep.
And that's the West Coast IPAs that you're getting now are nothing like that beer.
No, not at all. I mean, all right, the beer I reviewed was slightly old, but it still had that jammy kind of, you know what I mean? The bitterness, resiny, piney kind of deal going on. And then I think another beer that is very similar to that is Sierra Nevada's Torpedo. I think they're
God, so good, so good.
That beer is just, for me, it's kind of almost like the OG of that kind of.
I prefer the can to the bottle, though. I prefer the can to the bottle.
I've never had a can. Eventually I will get round to it, but yeah.
Sierra Nevada Torpedo in a can is awesome.
I could drink that shit all day. I could drink that shit all day and be.
I'll tell you what, though, it's one of those lucky me moments. Do we have any more comments, by the way? It was very lucky. I got let's throw them up. I got a bottle from Kevin Clements, the sexiest man on YouTube. I got a bottle of Double Jack from Firestone Walker, 1 week old. And that still to this day has set the bar for like IPAs for me. Like, it was so fucking good. I gave it a 10 when I reviewed it. It's so good.
I mean, since coming back from my little.
Well, you don't do reviews now. Yeah, you don't do ratings now. Yeah,
I don't do. I'm very comfortable with that. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
It's something I've been wanting to do for a long time anyway, but it's kind of one of them deals where because I've had 1 or 2. What's a 10? I was like, what's a 10? I mean, what?
Well, it's that beer that you have where when you get done, you have to clean up the dick dribble that just came out of you without even knowing about it. I mean, that's the beer. That's the 10.
I mean,
it happens without you knowing it. It's the 10.
You
it's
don't
fucking
10. I mean, I've had some great beers from breweries, and I think over the years I've brought my kind of as you rating or whatever that is. It's all relative anyway. That's one of the things.
Well, if you're Peter, every beer that's German is a 10. So, I mean, it's all relative.
It's all relative to your own tastes and stuff. Some people think it's a 10. Other people say it's a 9.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
It's still the same beer. And at the end of the day,
I still do the ratings because at the same time, I still look at this as going, if I'm going to review it, I have to put it on a linear scale so it makes sense.
Fair enough. Yeah.
But at the same time, if people have watched you enough, they should understand your rating scale. But at the same time, too, if people watch you enough on your end, they should understand without a rating scale, excuse me, what you think about this beer. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm watching you, oh God, just do it now, right on the camera.
No.
Yeah. And like what he's saying, like if you watch Craig enough, you're gonna know where he kind of sets on a review. I get that, but I just like the idea of doing it. I used to do only 1 to 10, no halves. See 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I do halves. So I think about a couple of years ago, I started doing like the 1.5, 2.5, stuff like that. So that was a little bit of a change, but I still kind of enjoy the rating scales. There was a long time, anything good was a 9 out of 9 out of 10. That was the big joke, But at the same time, hey, whatever. If it's a 9, it's a 9. I put it where I think it's supposed to go, and if people agree, whatever. If they don't, whatever. Find out for yourself. Drink it yourself. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. That's why we say it at the end of the review. It's one of those kind of funny things. I had it, and I thought it was a 7, you stupid fuck. And I go, well, you're probably fucking right, because I'm an idiot. So it's an 8 out of 10. Whatever. Still a good score. Yeah, it's kind of fun. It's still fun. I wouldn't do this if I didn't have some kind of enjoyment out of it. And I think the people that I meet doing beer reviews is the thing that really pushes the beer reviews to be continuing still to this day. Because honestly, if you're stone skinny, if I didn't meet the people I met and have the relationships I met with those people, I probably wouldn't be doing this anymore. Because it doesn't matter about subscribers, it doesn't matter about views, it doesn't matter about this, it matters about the people that you meet, the experiences that you get, the bonds you grow, the bullshit like that. So it is what it is. Cheers. The beer that you drink is just a little happy bonus to everything that you experience. Oh, shucks. I have to drink this fantastic beer so I can talk to my friends? That sucks. Cheers. And my kids right now are enjoying the original Jurassic Park film while I'm drinking King Sue from Toppling Goliath. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, Craig from Kent Beer Reviews needs a wee. Oh, yeah. A hot, long wee. And he'll be back soon. I promise. Maybe. Maybe a bit longer. At some point in time. I hear him. He's coming.
Sorry, mate. I'm here.
I wouldn't lie to you.
Sorry. Thanks for holding the old fort down and stuff.
That's not a problem. Not a problem.
I appreciate it. Just gone over 3 hours, so I'm gonna close this down now. Yeah, somebody woke up, so
oh yeah,
all that deal. So, but yeah,
appreciate
joining Jules and Ronnie. I really do appreciate it. And all the comments, there's loads, so it's like, wow, that's pretty amazing.
Wow.
Before I go, if anyone's got this far, which is highly unlikely for 3 hours, There's going to be, there's two people watching. So tomorrow over on, I think it's on Hopzine's channel from 9 o'clock UK time, so 4 p.m. Eastern. You can work the time zones out after that. We're doing a kind of a brewery highlight from a Scottish brewery called Overtone.
Oh yeah,
that's
all you guys are getting those overtones, yeah.
So there's going to be me on Rob's channel, Hopzine, the premiere of UK Beer Tube, in my opinion. So it'll be Jaco Beer, Harry from Blue Nose, and myself. I'll be joining them probably about 3/4 an hour after they started, something like that, with stuff. So yeah, check out that, and then later on in the night at 11 p.m. UK time over on MerseyBeers. It's an after chat with a few beers and bats. So check them out. Thanks, Paul. You're creeping out now, and I will see you all later. Thanks for tuning in, and have a good rest of your Thanksgiving Day.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Eventually. I will end broadcast. Goodbye.